source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Imagine an elderly woman steadily
told you a while ago.
Boiling water in her
Guess you weren't listening.
nervous.
Hey babe, how about this finish for the living room floor?
Looks great, honey. Please tell me we're not going to DIY.
Huh?
Do it yourself.
What? You don't think I can tear up the floor carefully, measure perfectly, cut carpet to the exact fit, restore hardwood, not leave our living room floorless for months and not damage anything?
No.
No worries. They install too.
Oh, thank God.
Elite Flooring is your full-service flooring store. Great selection, pricing, and quality installation. Leave it to the pros at Elite Flooring on Highway 39 North, or visit EliteFlooringMS.com.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. That's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service. But the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
With just minutes away from kickoff, here's Lee and Clint with a preview of tonight's matchup on our official pregame show powered by Battery One Source, Home Instead Senior Care, and Q101.
Once again, welcome to the pregame show. Of course, we are live out in the elements here at Mavericks football, Germantown, not Tennessee. I don't know how many times I've had to clarify this is not Germantown, Tennessee, but Germantown, Mississippi. Germantown Mavericks football, 1-2 coming into tonight's contest. Of course, West Lauderdale 3-0. We talked about it a few moments ago. This is not a 1-2 ball club. Don't look at the record. If you're looking at the record, you're mistaken, because this ball club is a high-powered offense, is what we've heard, right, Clint?
Absolutely. It's like we were talking about a few minutes ago. The 1-2 record is deceptive. The two losses that Germantown has faced and has had to deal with so far this year were against a very good Warren Central team last week, where Warren Central did not take one snap in the red zone inside the 20-yard line of Germantown. They were able to score on 2 fairly large runs, and after that they had no offense, but that just happened to be enough. And then the other loss came against Northwest Rankin, which, as we both know, is perennially a powerhouse football team here in Mississippi.
Absolutely, and if you want to get a view of what we are viewing right now, the Germantown field, the facilities here, you can actually view the YouTube stream on WL Athletics on YouTube. But this team headed up by Russell Mitchell. It's in his second season. Last season went 5-6. Did a great job getting as far as in his district play goes with big wins over Oxford, Grenada, also Murrah, but just fell short getting into the playoffs. And that's their goal. Once they get in the playoffs, they know anything can happen. 7A ball club. Of course, this is the first year that we've had 7A, but they've climbed from a 4A to a 7A in the matter of 13 years. I don't know if anybody else has done that. I'm sure it has happened, but that's kind of unheard of, if you want to say that.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple of their coaches a few minutes ago, and basically they were 4A, I believe, in 2011 in their first year. They were 5A in 2012, then they were 6A moving forward until this year when the 7A existed, and they were bumped up to that.
All right, we're going to step aside, come right back with your starters. Also, the FCA Pep Talk being brought to you by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. This is your pregame show being brought to you by Battery One Source, as well as Home Instead Senior Care on Q101.
Benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC. Introducing Douglas Orthodontics, where smiles are transformed into works of art. Discover the difference of personalized care and the latest in orthodontic technology for both children and adults. Our expert team is dedicated to crafting the perfect smile, from traditional braces to cutting-edge Invisalign. We have the right solution for every smile. Unlock your true potential and embrace the confidence you deserve. Call 601-483-4522 to schedule your consultation today. Douglas Orthodontics, where your dream smile becomes a reality. Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Now with your FCA Pep Talk, sponsored by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville on Q101.
Hey, my name is Miles McAllister, and I'm a senior, and I play tennis for West Lauderdale High School. One thing I struggle with daily is fully trusting in God. The Bible provides a perfect answer for us in Proverbs 3:5-6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own understanding. In all your ways know him, and he will make your path straight." This verse tells us that if we trust in God with all of our heart, he will give our lives purpose. I challenge everyone to let God take full control and let him lead your life.
Tune in next week for another FCA Pep Talk on Q101.
And now, our national anthem, played by our award-winning Germantown High School Marching Band, and directed by Director of Bands, Justin Harbison.
And we're back here live here in the pregame show as we pause for the national anthem on Q101. Great job, Germantown band with the national anthem there. Of course, during the break, we had the FCA Pep Talk being brought to you by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, and I got to brag on him. I do. He's one of my students out there at Midway Baptist Church, Clint. Miles McAllister did a great job with the FCA Pep Talk just a few moments ago. So got to highlight the kids whenever I get a chance, right?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime they do something like that to step up and really get out of their comfort zone for showing off their faith, it's a beautiful thing.
Captains are about to start making their way on the field. Might as well go over the starters real quick for the West Lauderdale Knights as well as the Germantown Mavericks. Once again, West Lauderdale on defense. We'll start out there. Defensive line, number 76, Sean Cole. Number 63, Michael Carroll. Defensive ends, Cade Germany, Carson Smith, 25 and 14 respectively. In the middle of the field for the defense, number 33, Tim McDonald. Number 12, Jake Rogers. Number 11, Jack Davidson. On the backside of the defense, number 2, Kendrick Brown. Number 16, C.J. Gathings. Number 17, Javion Wilson. And number 24, Jet Calvert. Offensively for the Knights, goes like this on the offensive line, right there in the center. Number 54, Kendall Gaddy. On the right and left side of him as far as the guards, 51, Bryson Alford. Number 58, Carson Richardson. And on the side of them, Mason McCary wearing number 72 and number 68, Aiden Greenlee. H-back for the Knights, number 27, Hunter Moore. And the wide receivers for the Knights, number 5, Chase Gathings. Number 3, Antonio Radcliffe. And number 1, Cooper Luke. Running back for the Knights, who surpassed 400 yards in last week's ball game, number 4, Caleb Collins. And number 7, your quarterback, number 7, once again, junior quarterback, Caden Peoples. And Clint, you got the offensive defense for the Germantown Mavericks, correct?
Yes, I do. On defense for Germantown, starting your defensive line is number 0, Daryl Gross. Number 43, Banks Polk. Number 44, Parker McGee. Number 95, Dylan Travis. And number 97, Jaden Gross. Your linebackers are going to be, they've got on the linebackers number 20, Quinn Johnson, and number 12, Trey Taylor. The defensive backs are number 5, Evan Gibbs. Number 6, Marlon Nixon. And number 13, Tiger Esco. On offense, your offensive linemen starting for Germantown are number 56, Tyler Winston. Number 70, Wade Estes. Number 75, Bryce De La Coach. Number 77, Ryan White. And number 78, Jeremy Matthews. Starting tight end is number 88, Dylan Everett. In the backfield is number 4, your starting running back, Narikas Johnson. The wide receivers are number 7, Trey Stevenson. Number 11, Alan Jenkins. Number 21, Braden Quick. And then number 22 is Lawson Branson. He's listed as just an athlete. He's going to be floating all over the place. And then your starting quarterback is number 14, Rhett Murphy.
I don't know if you heard the announcer just a few moments ago where Germantown did win the coin toss but deferred for the second half. So West Lauderdale will receive captains for the night. Number 1, you've got Cooper Luke. Number 3 for the Knights, Antonio Radcliffe. Number 11, Jack Davidson. And number 12 is Jake Rogers for the West Lauderdale Knights captains. And captains for Germantown, number 56. Big number 56, Tyler Winston, 6 foot, 240 pounds. Number 20, you got Quinn Johnson, senior outside linebacker. 17, Jack Dancer. Number 97 is Jaden Gross, 6'2", 238. Those are your captains for tonight. Once again, Germantown won the coin toss and deferred for the second half. Germantown coming in wearing white helmets, maroon jerseys, kind of goldish-looking pants, almost like a Florida State, I guess you would say, or maybe not quite the Washington Redskins with the gold, but West Lauderdale wearing their black helmet, white jerseys with black numerals, white pants with a black stripe, and getting ready for a fantastic start as both teams are about to enter.
You know, one thing to make notice of, and I don't know if this is going to play into it or not, but number 17, one of the captains for Germantown, John Dancer is listed as a senior quarterback. He's not even on the depth chart right now that I was given for quarterbacks.
Yeah, they've had some issues with quarterbacks, some running backs as well.
They've had issues with injuries, but that's what I've been told. You've got the starting quarterback is out with a bum knee. The starting running back is out with a high ankle sprain. So we're going to see. You're going to see a lot. If you're familiar with Germantown football, you're going to see maybe some players you're not familiar with, or you may hear some numbers called out that we did not have listed as starters. I know they're kind of mixing and matching right now as well, as it happens in a sport like this. You get banged up.
Well, defensive coordinator for Germantown, the name is going to be very familiar with the West Lauderdale Knights, Michael Washington Jr. So there you go. I see him right now. He just looked up this way, and definitely probably not looking at me, but he was just looking this way. Michael Washington Jr., defensive coordinator for the Germantown Mavericks. So,
does the G remind you of Grambling?
Grambling, yes, absolutely.
There's a giant G at midfield here at the stadium, and was it Grambling University? I guess a little bit of a Green Bay style G.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, something that jumped out at me. Yeah. But either way, as you've said, Lee, and correct me if I'm wrong, is West Lauderdale now 0-4 on the season on kickoffs? I mean, not on kickoffs, on the coin flip?
On coin toss, yes, I believe so, yes.
Yeah, fortunately, so far, the coin toss has not been reflective of the final score. So, hey, I'll lose the coin toss every week if that means we win at the end of the night.
So we're looking at the field, and they have a Maverick as far as the lettering, as well as a horseshoe on our left-hand side. And, of course, it flip-flopped that on the opposite side with the visitors. But very nice facilities here. Got a track around the field, kind of that dark red color, black and gold.
Well, you kind of hit the nail on the head. If you're familiar with Florida State's color scheme uniforms, that's really what they look like.
Except for the white helmet.
Yeah.
Back deep for the Knights, number 1, Cooper Luke. Number 4, Caleb Collins. And number 3, I believe that's number 3, Antonio Ratcliffe on this near side. Kick deep into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Go out through the end zone. So the Knights will start out on their own 20.
Yeah, I believe that was number 19 for Germantown kicking off, Simon Naylor. Man, kid's got a leg on him, ain't no doubt about that.
Last couple of weeks, we have sputtered out the gate really on offense, and of course had to come back in those ball games. So let's see if we can get on track here to begin with for the first part of the West Lauderdale Knights offense. Of course, break huddle on the sideline. I'll start out with one receiver. That's Gathings on this near side. One receiver to the far side. Didn't get his number, but I believe that's Radcliffe on the far side. He'll roll out, bootleg pass, attempt to, and incomplete pass. That was Antonio Radcliffe, but the intended pass was toward him. Incomplete pass as KP rolled out to his right.
Yeah, trying a little misdirection. Opening play. Had a lot of success on the ground the last 3 games and came out with a play action. Trying to. Maybe a little deception. The play worked well on both sides. Just solid defense, fell harmlessly incomplete.
Second down 10 as the Knights move right to left. Once again, 2 receivers right. Also that H-back to the right in the form of Hunter Moore. I'll hand off to Caleb Collins. And Collins was stuffed for most of the game last week, just like he has, or he just happened here. But Caleb Collins maybe just 1 yard on that.
Did you see number 43, the linebacker, Brams Polk, come flying in there at the end, just jumping on the pile?
Speaking of Collins, before tonight's game, 69 rushes for 419 yards. Of course, he didn't look like he was going to break even 50 yards last week until the last few moments of the ball game where he broke free for an 89-yard touchdown run. But here we go, 3rd down and 9. KP looking over the middle, incomplete. Intended for number 5, CJ Gathings. So 4th down, 9, definitely going to bring out the punting unit.
Yeah, and look, that pass, it falls harmlessly incomplete. That was one of those 4th and 9, 4th and 10. Just about everybody on the field and in the stands knew it was a passing down. So good job by Caden Peoples there, unable to get it to his guy, so make sure that nobody came down with it.
Cooper Luke, I believe it's his birthday today. So see if he can get his foot into this one here. He's going to have to get the Knights outside of this high hanging punt. Going to be a fair catch called at the 43, 44-yard line.
Yeah, that was Ashton Smith, the deep man there for Germantown, coming down with a fair catch. And they will take over with pretty good field position on their own 43-yard line. Man, this offensive line is big.
Yeah.
Did you look at these weights, the height? I mean, they've got a big group right here.
Well, they're coming into tonight's game 702 yards in the air. And they'll have one running back to his left. Rhett Murphy is the quarterback. And he'll hand off. Go straight up the middle and get up near midfield. A gain of about 6 yards. And just comparing the two offensively for the Knights, or excuse me, for the Germantown Mavericks, have passed the ball for 702 yards, run the ball 91 times for 444 yards. Here it is, second down, 4 to go. I formation, or pistol formation, excuse me. And they'll run the ball again, straight up the middle. About 2-yard gain, cross into Knight territory on the 49-yard line. It's going to be third down and short. Third down long, too, for the Germantown Mavericks.
All right, so West Lauderdale stacking the box there. I think they had a pretty good idea as to what was coming. But, Lee, talking about the size, their center, number 70, Wade Estes, 6'4", 290. That's 295. That's a lot of high school player right there.
Yep. Number 14, the quarterback, did a hard count, but the Knights smart and
showing good discipline there.
Rhett Murphy, quarterback. Third down and 2. They'll hand off up the middle again. He's got daylight, 40 to the 35-yard line.
And there was nothing fancy about that, just running it right up the middle, and the hole opened up just enough for him to squeeze through.
Three straight plays.
Do it.
3 straight plays up the middle.
Yep. But that's really the identity of this offense. I mean, they're going to ground and pound, and when they have to throw, they will. But, they're going to wear you down.
First down at 10 from the Knight 35. They'll run it once again right up the middle, and big old hole. They're going to have to clear this up before too much longer. It's going to bring up second down, 3 to go.
Very good discipline by the running back there for Germantown. The hole wasn't initially there, so kind of a hesitation for a half-second, little stutter step to let his offensive line clear it up.
The gain of 7 on the play.
Murphy will hand it off once again, right up the middle. Another first down for the Germantown Mavericks. And why fix what's not broken,
Yeah, and see, and this is –
to the 24-yard line. It's good.
I mean, can you call this a read option? Because he's –
eventually, I'm sure he's going to hold on to it.
Yeah, he's acting like he has the potential to hang on to it. The quarterback I'm talking about, number 14, Rhett Murphy, every time he puts it in the belly of his running back,
pistol formation, and he'll hand it off once again right up the middle, but he takes a swing to the right side, and he's got daylight again inside the 15 near the 10-yard line. That was number 10, Dakota Harrelson with the carry. And right now they're having their way with our Knights defense.
Yeah, just about every run, maybe save for one, somebody beyond the defensive line has been the lead tackler. They're
Germantown Mavericks, there you go, quarterback keeper, and he does keep it on that, about a yard pickup, so going to bring up second down.
Yeah. All right, so important to note, they can get a first down without getting a touchdown. It is not second and goal. It is second and, what are they going to call that, second and 8?
About 9.
9. Either way, the first down marker is right on the 1-yard line.
Right. The original line of scrimmage is on the inside of the 12, so that's where the ball is spotted right now is just on the inside of the 11. Second down, 9 to go. He'll move his running back to his right. 2 receivers left for Rhett, number 14. Murphy looks left, throws left, and picked off West Lauderdale to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, inside the 5-yard line. That's the longest probably run as you're going to have. Just got to get to wonder if anybody's going to get it.
Bear jumped on his back somewhere around the 10-yard line, slowed down a little bit, but outstanding play by the defense there. Jumped inside of that little slant route and almost took it back to the house.
Interceptions have not been an ordeal for him, but the quarterback that got hurt early in the season, he had already thrown 3 interceptions before he was injured, and that's Murphy's first interception on the season. It was a costly one because they were just about to score. They were about 9 yards away from scoring first in tonight's ballgame. West Lauderdale gets a present. Let's see if they can unwrap it and enjoy it. First down and goal from the 4. Power back formation for the Knights. Handoff goes to Caleb Collins. Caleb trying to inch his way up there, gets 2 yards, maybe 3. The ball is going to be spotted just on the outside of the 1 yard line. Couldn't quite get the lineup. We've got number 25 in there leading the way for the Knights. That is Cade Germany in front of Hunter Moore and Caleb Collins. And KP going to push it his own way. I believe it's going to be into the end zone.
Yep. There it is, touchdown.
There it is, touchdown West Lauderdale. How about that? An interception returned all the way to the 4 yard line of the Mavericks, and the Knights punched it in 2 plays later.
It was a much needed, because we had talked about, they were gashing the Knight defense on the ground, and the first attempted to pass goes back almost to the end zone. 2 plays later, able to punch it in. Unique extra point formation. You got to think they're going to end up kind of closing this week. Oh, we're short a man. That's what we're waiting on right now.
You're short the kicker. He's having some birthday cake on the sideline.
Still got 10 seconds on the play clock, so still got plenty of time.
Waiting the snap from Hunter Moore. There it is. Hold is down by Cameron Vaughn. Kick is up and is good by Cooper Luke. 7:16 remains here in the first quarter. We'll be back on Q101.
Introducing Douglas Orthodontics, where smiles are transformed into works of art. Discover the difference of personalized care and the latest in orthodontic technology for both children and adults. Our expert team is dedicated to crafting the perfect smile, from traditional braces to cutting-edge Invisalign. We have the right solution for every smile. Unlock your true potential and embrace the confidence you deserve. Call 601-483-4522 to schedule your consultation today. Douglas Orthodontics, where your dream smile becomes a reality.
5:30, 32-yard line.
Defense coming back out. We'll say emotional roller coaster of a first drive on defense. For the beginning, you felt like the Mavericks were just able to do whatever they wanted, and then they said, okay, we're done playing. And after that big interception, able to take it back almost to the house, turn it into 7 points. But either way, defense coming out on their second drive, hoping for the same turn.
Right.
Would love to see the same turnout here.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Murphy does have a back to his left as they move left to right. Going to hand off, go right up the middle. Still got daylight up to about the 36-yard line. It's going to be bringing up second down 4, second down 5. Second down 5 is what they're saying here. They got the ball spotted at the 36-yard line.
That's number 10 right now playing running back for Germantown. That's Dakota Harrelson, senior running back, also listed as an outside linebacker, but 5'8", 185, just a power runner.
Second down 5, another handoff going off tackle. Here comes this near side. Number 10 with the handoff. He gets a first down for the Germantown Mavericks.
That's number 24, Jet Calvert. Number 2, Kendrick Brown, bringing the running back down, but not after he was able to get enough for a first down. So, Lee, like you said, 1st and 10. They're on 42-yard line now. Same formation, shotgun. Wide receiver to running back to his left. I believe that's still number 10.
That's number 22, I believe. The handoff goes to him short yards, about 2-yard pickup.
You're right, Lee. They brought in number 22, who we have listed as the starting running back, Lawson Branson. So he's been on the field, but it looks like we have a timeout by the officials here. It's going to be a heap timeout here.
6:03 remains here in the first quarter. Once again, Knights lead 7-0. We'll be back on Q101.
Imagine an elderly woman steadily carrying a pot of boiling water in her kitchen. Nervous shaking with the weight of the pot, the water edges dangerously close to spilling over. Who do you see? A loved one? If so, it's time to make the call. From personal care to memory care to transportation, Home Instead Care professionals help older adults live safe and happy lives at home. Visit homeinstead.com, call 809, or call the local number 601-286-3242. Ben and Sharisa Shirley, owners.
More Friday nights under the lights with the Knights are here on Q101.
We're back here at Germantown High School in Germantown, Mississippi, just north of Jackson, north of Madison, where your West Lauderdale Knights are taking on the Germantown Mavericks, 7A powerhouse Germantown. And currently, with 6 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first quarter, the Knights find themselves winning 7-0 after an impressive interception return. Offense able to punch it in 2 plays later. That's going to be a handoff to number 4, Nicarius Johnson, and he's going to pick up close to first down yardage. I believe they're going to give him enough for that first down. Yep, they're moving the chains, so that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Mavericks on the West Lauderdale 48-yard line. The Mavericks having a lot of success on the ground, Lee. They're able to move the ball fairly successfully right now on the ground.
Other teams have been able to move the ball on the inside of our interior line there, but the Knights at bend don't break defense is what we've been accustomed to over the last few weeks.
That's twice so far early in the game. We've seen a hard count where our defense is able to stay strong, disciplined football, not jumping.
Murphy hands the ball off once again right up the middle, and once again still on his feet inside the 40 to the 30 to the 20, 15, 10, 5, and we have a 1 point away from a tie ball game. 48-yard touchdown run by number 4 for the Germantown Mavericks, Nicarius Johnson. Hopefully I pronounced that name right.
Look, Germantown may not put the ball in the air again. They've thrown the ball one time.
And that's totally opposite of what's on their stats.
But like I said, I was talking to some of their guys earlier, and they're a little bit concerned about some of the injuries, the quarterbacks that they're having to play, not the ones that they started early in the year. And so we've seen that either way.
Quarterback is your holder, but he'll put it up in the end zone, the uprights for an extra point. We're tied up 7-7 with the 48-yard touchdown run by the Germantown Mavericks. We'll be back on Q101.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knights football.
5:06 remains here in the first quarter, and the Knights and the Mavericks all tied up here 7-7. Got some pretty big plays here tonight. Of course, the Knights had a Cooper Luke interception return for nearly the distance of the football field, about a 95-yard interception return all the way to the 4-yard line of the Mavericks before KP put it in the end zone 2 plays later. And now you had a big 48-yard touchdown run by the Mavericks that has had it all tied up. Kickoff goes into the end zone once again, so the Knights will bring it back out to the 20. See if the offense can get something going.
Lee, the extra point kicker, the field goal kicker for Germantown. How do you pronounce his last name? I know. I want to see how you would pronounce it.
What number we got?
31.
31. Hayden Hoopt.
Nope. I was told to pronounce it Hope, like you would H-O-P-E, but it's spelled H-O-U-P-T. I just found that to be, a little bit of music to me. Either way, he blasted it through there to tie the game.
2 receivers left, 1 right, and they'll draw 1 in motion. And Caleb Collins somehow breaks free for a gain of about 6 yards. He was stopped there at the line of scrimmage. So they may give him 7 on this.
Yeah, that was stuffed at or maybe a little bit behind the line of scrimmage, but great job by Collins to find the open seam, able to pick up that big yardage, bring up 2nd down and very reasonable. 2nd down and 3, maybe a short 4.
2 receivers, 1 on each side of the field for KP. Collins directly next to his left side. Collins gets the handoff, and he'll be about a yard. They might have gotten it. He might have gotten the first down.
You got one line judge on.
They did.
Yeah, they're marking him. I was going to say the other one had him a little bit short, but yep, they're going to needed 10, got 10 there. So First down and 10 for the Knights on their own 30-yard line now.
Once again, looking at the Elite Flooring scoreboard with 4:15 remaining in the first quarter, 7-7 is your score. Two receiver set on this near side. Collins flanks KP to the right, going in motion. And KP getting the run himself, keeping the ball himself, gets about a 7, maybe 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, that wasn't a misdirection, a run-pass option. That was a straight quarterback keeper design run and very effective. They're going to give him credit of a 9 yards.
Travion Mosley, freshman receiver, was the lead blocker in that. He went in motion and went ahead of KP.
You know, we don't see that a whole lot, and I know you're trying to preserve your quarterback, protect him, but he's a weapon on the ground with his legs.
Well, he's the second on the team in rushing. Pistol formation. KP will hand off to Collins, who is, I believe he's going to try to find his way for about 2 yards and does get it. So it's going to bring up another first down for the Knights. Ball is spotted at the 41 of their own. Once again, tied up 7-7. Cooper Luke had an outstanding interception return nearly the distance of the football field to help set up the Knights 7. He has been on the defensive side of the ball tonight. 2 receivers this near side as Hunter Moore goes in motion.
Looks like a hard count by KP trying to draw him off. But you know, just as West Lauderdale's been good discipline by the defensive line of Germantown to stay on their own side of the ball.
There's a snap, looking to pass. His KP makes connections to Gathings. Gathings in about the 46, 47-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to give him credit for probably a 6-yard reception, something like that.
Gathings has been very impressive. He's just a freshman, too.
Yeah, so much potential in that kid. I expect big things from him over the next 2-3 years.
Ball spotted at the 47-yard line, second down.
Have wide right is Altonio Radcliffe, Gathings wide left. So Radcliffe wide right, Gathings wide left. Pistol formation with Caleb Collins behind KP. Going over the middle, and was it? No, almost picked off. It was tipped there by a linebacker over the middle of the field, but come up empty.
Yeah, and he was there. He had a step. Radcliffe had beaten his man. Unfortunately, a little bit behind him, a little bit short. But the ball falls harmlessly incomplete to bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Knights here on their own 47-yard line.
Same formation.
Oh, we're going to have a timeout.
Stop play here. Okay, they misplaced the football, so they had to come in and place it in the right.
Okay, that was what was throwing me off. You notice I hesitated before I said 47 because I looked at the ball and then the marker. Anyway, so yeah. 3rd down and 4 here for the Knights.
KP hands it off to Caleb Collins. Collins crosses the midfield, 45. That is a first down. They're about the 42, 43-yard line. 42-yard line is where they'll mark it.
Great run by Collins. And great, you know, we've been, singing the praises a little bit of the offensive line of Germantown. Man, our Knight offensive line, they're doing a great job right now. You know, able to push him off the ball, pick up 3-4 yards of carry right now, and Caleb Collins reaping the benefits of that. So great job by the offensive line here, able to clear some space for our running game.
Of course, the big run helped, and I'll say this after this play here on pistol formation. That is Travion Mosley kind of stumbles over his own feet before gaining about 3 yards. But last week's big run really did help him, but averaging 6.1 yards per carry, that's not bad.
No, not at all. And like I said, your running back is going to be the one to get all the credit. His name's going to be in the paper. We say his name more than anything else here over the radio, online, but it's nothing without the offensive line, without those big guys clearing the way. And I'm a former offensive lineman, so I know what it's like in the trenches. So great job by these guys.
2nd down, 7. KP going to take it himself, and KP breaks free from a couple of defenders, but not too many more. But he'll maybe get 1.5 yards, 2 yards on that. It's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd down 4, 3rd down 5. No, 3rd down and 6. They didn't give him much at all. KP's nearing 200 yards on the ground himself. He might have already surpassed that in tonight's ball game, but he needed 16 yards to surpass 200 yards.
Yeah, great, good job by him just to be able to escape that initial tackler. Somebody came in low on him. He was able to run through that shoestring tackle to pick up positive yardage. And if you're listening online or on the radio, and you hear the noise around us. We're on top of the press box, and there's a speaker, I think, that may be blasted right at us.
3rd down and 6. They've got stop in action here. I don't know if he's having to explain something to our coaches over there. That's the end of that's the end of the first quarter. So we're going to step aside as well. 7-7 is your score. The Knights face a 3rd down and 6 to continue this drive. We'll be back on Q101.
Hey, babe, how about this finish for the living room floor?
Looks great, honey. Please tell me we're not going to DIY.
Huh?
Do it yourself.
What, you don't think I can tear up the floor carefully, measure perfectly, cut carpet to the exact fit, restore hardwood, not leave our living room floorless for months and not damage anything?
No.
No worries. They install too.
Oh, thank God.
Elite Flooring is your full-service flooring store. Great selection, pricing, and quality installation. Leave it to the pros at Elite Flooring on Highway 39 North or visit EliteFlooringMS.com.
Can't make the game? The Knights are live on Q101, the app, the Echo, and Q101Radio.net.
Welcome back here to Germantown. Mavericks football here in Germantown, just north of Madison, Mississippi. Knights made the long trek over here to face the 1-2 Germantown Mavericks. Germantown, don't look at the record and think that anything different, because they face some pretty tough competition. Within 1 touchdown against the North and West ranking team to kick off the season, they lost 35-28. Defeated Canton 54-20, and then lost against Warren Central, a very tough Warren Central team, 21-3 in last week's ball game. And once again, it's all tied up here. 7-7 as we begin the second quarter. 3rd down and 6 for the Knights as they're moving left to right on the 38-yard line, and look to be some early tugging going on, but it's going to bring up incomplete pass. The Knights will face a 4th down and 6. What do you do here, Clint?
Well, I mean, you've really only got 2 options at this distance. You punt the ball, try to pin them deep, or kick a field goal and try to pin them deep, as we learned earlier. And that looks like they're bringing out the special teams here. The other option, obviously, to go for it on 4th and 6, but it looks like they're going to try to pin them deep. Cooper Luke coming in to punt from his own 50-yard line. I believe that is number 8, Ashton Smith, sophomore, back to return the punt.
There is Cooper, high, end over end punt, and down at the 11-yard line. So that's probably the worst field position for the Mavericks that they faced tonight. They have had some success on the ground. First drive, ball was intercepted around the 1-yard line by Cooper Luke. The next ensuing drive had a 48-yard touchdown run by number 4, Mr. Johnson.
Just gave up on the first name,
yep,
huh?
Sure did. N-Y-R-I-K-U-S. So let's see if the Knights can put up a good stop here against the Germantown Mavericks. 2 receivers on each side of the field for the Mavericks. No, they're going straight up the middle again, up to the 20, 25, 30, 35, near the 40-yard line, and it's just nothing special about it. They're just running right up the middle.
Having a lot of success with the running game so far. And really the only thing that has stopped them on offense so far tonight has been themselves throwing that interception there on that first drive. But
big play to get them outside of their end of the end zone, or into the field, excuse me. Murphy looked like early movement, but no call. Another big run up the middle is going to be about a 6-yard gain. Germantown Mavericks began in 2011 as a 4A ball club.
You know, you look at the defense, and the offense has got it so spread out. They're running a 4-wide set. Now there is a flag. I believe that's going to be false start. Absolutely.
I mentioned earlier, the Germantown started as a 4A, 2 years later a 5A, back in 2019 a 6A, and when the new classification's out, there was no question a 7A ball club. Yes, and that does go against the Mavericks, so 2nd down and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Yeah, I believe that was the referee said 50, but I don't see a 50 on the field. I think that was number 58.
2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, and the trouble with the snap, fumble on the football there. Did the Knights pick it up?
I believe
it will. We got 3 refs saying yes, and the Knights taking the ball away for the 2nd time tonight.
I don't think the quarterback was ready. He snapped the ball before the quarterback was even looking, and it basically bounced off his hands, his chest, fell on the ground, and great job by the defense there to pounce on that loose ball. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Knights on the Germantown 36-yard line.
So this is the official 4th drive of the night for the Knights. First drive, couldn't get anything going. Second drive started at the Germantown Maverick 4-yard line. Third drive had some success, but ended up having to punt around midfield. And now let's see about their 4th drive here inside opponent territory on the 36-yard line. KP rolling out to his left, trying to find his receiver. Intended receiver Antonio Radcliffe comes in incomplete, though, as the defender was right in his pocket. Number 2 for the Germantown Mavericks is Landon Brooks.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a high pass, kind of left his receiver vulnerable. So glad to see him get up after that hard hit. But you're right, Lee. 2nd down and 10 after that incomplete pass.
10:38 remain here in the second quarter. Knights and Mavericks tied up 7-7. The Knights have taken the ball away twice tonight. 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery. Going in motion is Travion Mosley. Mosley cuts back inside after a dart to the outside, about a 5-yard pickup. So 3rd down, 5 to go.
Brought down by the Mavericks, Evan Gibbs.
Yeah, you're right, Lee. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 here. So good job on the jet sweep there to get good yardage. And really, if you're not able to pick it up here because of that, kind of makes it a little bit more of a decision. What do you do here?
One receiver on each side of the field for KP, but they'll hand off to Collins. Collins was eat up there at the line, probably even lost a yard, so it's going to bring a 4th down and 6.
Waiting to see. I don't know that you go for the field goal. That'd be about a 50-yard field goal. Is that number 5 checking in?
Gathings and Antonio Radcliffe will line up on the right side of the field for KP. It's again 4th down and 6, and you know what's coming. It's more than likely going to be a hard count here initially. Going in motion is Hunter Moore to the right-hand side of the line. Nope. Going to roll out is KP.
He's
looking
open
deep. He's open. Gathings is open, and overshoots his intended receiver. It's one of those things you're going to look back on tape, and he's going to say, if I'd have just continued to run, put a little more air under it. Turnover, though, on downs. Bring up 1st down, 10 for the Mavericks on their own 32-yard line.
But what we've seen here in passing situations, our receivers are able to get a step, get open, just unable to connect right now. He's still early. He's still got over 9 minutes left here in the second quarter. But that is going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Germantown Mavericks on their own 32-yard line. They're still in that very wide formation,
right.
2 wide on both sides.
A handoff up the middle once again. Not gonna stop doing what's been working. About a 9-10 yard gain.
They're going to call that a 10-yard carry and bring up a 1st down. But because they spread the defense out so wide and we run a 3-4 already, it's okay. Now I see some of the linebackers stepping up, anticipating a run.
Quarterback keeper here. He's going to take it off to this near side and probably should have left it in the belly of his running back. But number 14, he'll lose about a half a yard, maybe just a foot, but that's going to bring up 2nd down long for the Mavericks.
Yeah, he's fortunate not to lose any more than that. A great job by the defense there, flocking to the ball, able to, stop him early. And what we've seen so far is 2nd down and 3, 2nd down and 4. So it's good to see a 2nd and 10. That's a false start.
It looks like early movement, but no call. It's going to be a completion here right there at the sticks. Once again, looked like early movement on this left-hand side tackle, but no call.
Left tackle was like a half second early. It was obvious. I don't know how you missed that call. Either way, that's going to bring up 1st and 10 after the completed pass.
Mavericks continue their drive, tied up 7-7 here in Germantown. Knights scored first on a 2-yard quarterback keeper. Mavericks going to run it right up the middle again. This time the Knights keep it to 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, that was number 22, Lawson Branson on the carry. Limited to minimum gain there. It's a 2-yard carry, as you just said, Lee. Bring up 2nd down and 8 on the West Lauderdale 46-yard line. I still can't get over that. How do you miss that?
I don't know. He's pretty.
46.
Yeah, you could see him. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Germantown will elect to run it again right up the middle. About a 3-yard gain. Going to bring up 3rd down, 5 to go for the Mavericks. Mavericks, once again, have had lots of success running up the middle against our West Lauderdale Knights.
All right, we've already talked about they've got a stable of running backs. That was number 33, Julian Slaughter. I don't know that we've called his name yet, but they have got a running game. But it's going to bring up third down. What do we say, Lee? Third down and 5?
Yes, sir. Same formation as before, as Rhett Murphy will
All
do
right.
a hard
Hey,
count.
look,
It had to have movement then.
Yeah.
It was a hard count and kind of got his own men.
That was number 56, Tyler Winston. I believe that's the left guard jumping up sides there. So you go from 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 10 on the West Lauderdale 48-yard line.
Quarterback Rhett Murphy has thrown an interception as well as put the ball on the ground when not ready for the snap. Looking to pass, backpedals, looking over the middle. He's got a receiver and makes a connection. That is a first down and more at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, that's number 7, Trey Stevenson, on the reception before he's tackled by, I believe that was number 2. Was that Kendrick Brown on the tackle? But
Same formation for Murphy and the Mavericks, and Murphy will hand it off to number 10. He's off to the races. Got another first down for the Mavericks, and the Knights just do not have an answer for this running game.
It's number 10, Dakota Harrelson on the carry, going to get down to the 20-yard line.
Handoff to number 22, and he takes it to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. I think everybody bit on the quarterback there, but I don't know if he was even touched.
Yeah, it was pretty wide open for him, but that was number 22.
20-yard touchdown run by the Mavericks.
Lawson Brenson, I believe, on the carry there. But for the first time tonight, Germantown taking a 13-7 lead with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Extra point pending here.
Number 31.
That's Hayden Hope.
The kick is up and is good. So the Mavericks lead 14-7 following a 20-yard touchdown run. We'll be back on Q101.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. That's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
Hey, we're your West Lauderdale Knight class of 2024, and you're listening to Q101.
Number 22 for the Germantown Mavericks, Lawson Branson, gives the Mavericks another lead tonight, 14-7, with a 20-yard touchdown run just a few moments ago. 6:20 left here in the first half. 14-7. The Knights got their first, or got on the board first, following a 95-yard interception return by Cooper Luke that set up a touchdown run by KP 2 plays later. And the Mavericks have scored 14 unanswered points. 48-yard touchdown run and a 20-yard touchdown run. And the Knights have got to find a way to stop this running game from the Mavericks.
Yeah, Germantown having a lot of success on the ground. And honestly, West Lauderdale's had to punt the ball a couple times, but they've had success as well. Just had, their drives, after picking up a few first downs, kind of halting. But it hasn't just been a dominant defensive game by Germantown. I mean, we've got a lot of good stuff happening. Just, having a hard time finding end zone outside of that one play, one drive that started inside the Germantown 5-yard line.
Back deep for the Knights will be Travion Mosley, number 6. On the far side, in the middle is Cooper Luke, number 1. And number 4, this near side, is Caleb Collins. Collins has had some success on the ground. Once again, coming into tonight's ball game, 419 yards over the first three games of the season. Another deep kick by the Mavs. Cooper Luke will take it from the 6 to the 10, 15, 20, 25, near the 30. Great return for Cooper Luke. We'll mark him at the 29-yard line.
Offense coming out for their 5th drive, I believe, of the first half.
So when your score is 14-7 in favor of the Mavericks. 7A Mavericks.
Just over 6 minutes left here in the first half. Keep in mind, Germantown did win the coin toss and deferred to the second half, so they will take the ball over after the halftime.
Knights, Travion Mosley going in motion. They'll stop play, and it's going to be a false start against the Knights. This region for Germantown's pretty tough competition there. You got Tupelo, you got Starkville, Madison Central, Clinton as well. Clinton sitting at 0-3. But the other 3 teams that I mentioned besides Germantown, Madison Central 3-0, Starkville 3-0, Tupelo 3-0.
I would love to know how big the Madison Central game is, because I'm pretty sure they're separated by about 6 miles.
First down 15 after the false start. Handoff going to Travion Mosley. Mosley gets those yards back plus a couple of more, so it's going to bring up 2nd down, 8 to go.
Yeah, strong run by Mosley there to pick up solid yardage, able to spin his way forward for about 7 yards.
Picks up 7 yards on the play, brings up 2nd down and 8.
Man, how great is it that, finally cooling off a little bit.
We're
standing out in the elements on top of the press box and not sweating down.
2nd down and 8. 2 receivers to the left. Knights moving left to right. Handoff goes to Collins. No, that's Mosley. Mosley to the 40. Mosley to the 50. Mosley to the 40, 35, 30. Knocked out around the 29-yard line. Great run by Travion Mosley.
Man, that was a run designed to go to the left. Recognizes a wide open hole on the right side of that offensive line, able to cut back and pick up big yardage. But, we're talking about, the weather cooling off, us not sweating, but even more importantly, we're not seeing near as many of our guys cramping up, having, breaks for that. And, man, you're just grateful for that kind of stuff. You hate to see them lay down in that kind of pain. So
they'll actually mark him down at the 27. So great run by Mosley there. Mosley KP going to keep it himself to the 25. Out of bounds around the 20, what do we got, 22?
Yeah, they're going to give him credit for about a 6-yard carry maybe 5?
5 yard.
5 yard, yeah. So we've run 3 plays, 3 runs, 7 yards, like 50 yards, and then 5. So having great success on the ground on this drive. Already knocking on the door of the red zone here on the 23-yard line, needing to get down to the 17 for first down. 22-yard line, needing to get to the 17 for a first down here on 2nd down and 5.
2 receivers left. Pistol formation.
What do we have? A flat? No, timeout.
5:02 remains here in the first half. Knights threatening here. They're down by 7. 14-7 is your score. We'll be back on Q101.
Show your West Lauderdale spirit while benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knights football.
And welcome back here to Germantown as the Knights and the Mavericks taking on each other for the first time in history. Mavericks lead 14-7. 48-yard touchdown run and a 20-yard touchdown run has the Mavericks up 14-7. The Knights have a 2-yard touchdown run by KP. But Knights are threatening here. 2nd down, 5 to go on the 22-yard line. Are you doing some little dancing there? KP going to hand off to Collins. Collins makes a few miss, gets near that 20-yard line. He gets right there at the red zone. And going to be about 2.5 yards shy of a first down. So to bring up 3rd down, 2.5 to go. Gathings will enter the game as the lone receiver to that far side. Radcliffe will be lone receiver to this near side. Hunter Moore and Caleb Collins in the backfield in an I formation as KP goes under center. Caleb Collins looked like he lost his footing there. And that's the one thing we didn't mention, Clint. This is field turf. We mentioned during the coaches show, but how much does that affect? I guess if anything, the Knights have that little advantage if somebody that maybe doesn't, but they had that little advantage in the field house with the turf. But this has got to be a little different from playing on grass, right?
It is, and so far we've seen it hasn't really played that big of an impact. Collins lost his footing a little bit right there, but
they're going to elect to go for it here. 4th down, pistol formation. You got Travion Mosley behind number 7, KP. 2 receivers to the far side for the Knights. There's a snap. And KP loses control of the football, and it'll be a turnover on downs for the second time tonight for the Knights.
Yeah, that was going to be a play action. He was going to bootleg out to the left, and whether or not he was going to try to throw or run for it was yet to be seen. But I don't know if he got a little deep into his running back's belly trying to fake that handoff. But either way, it was knocked loose. Good job to fall back on it to keep from scooping it and running it. But after that turnover on downs, that is going to bring up 1st and 10 for Germantown on their own.
This is a huge drive for the Mavericks. Because they do receive the football and begin the second half. And what we've seen, like you've mentioned before, the only way we've stopped Germantown is because they stopped themselves with the interception and the fumble. There's a handoff right up the gut. This time the Knights strong up the middle, only a gain of 1. 2nd down, 9 to go. 3:30 remains here in the first half. Mavericks lead 14-7.
Carries the ball ahead a yard.
But once again, if they could get any points before halftime and come right back out second half, they could be up big by the time it's all said and done.
The last thing you want to see is them be able to pull away that kind of distance. So.
2 receivers right, 2 left for Murphy. Murphy looking left.
Oh!
Throws in a quarterback sack. Quarterback sack. Was that Cade Germany?
That was, 25.
Cade Germany coming up big.
He
with
came
a
in
quarterback
untouched.
sack.
Yeah, you're right, Lee. He was untouched, shot through the middle, looked like between the guard and tackle on the right side of that offensive line and had a straight line, but that's going to bring up 3rd and a quarter mile. 3rd down and, 18?
That was an 8-yard drop. It's 3rd down and 17. But Cade Germany with an 8-yard sack. 2 receivers this near side, 2 to the far side. 3rd down, 17 to go. Murphy looking right, Murphy looking left, throws left. Got his receiver, but not much there. Not anything. Actually lost another yard to number 7, Stevenson, on the reception there.
The outstanding job by Kendrick Brown, number 2, sniffing that screen out, able to stop him. Man, because he had blockers in front of him, that could have been a big play. But great job by Brown to shoot between the blockers.
Knights elect to take a timeout to preserve some time here. They've got the ball on the 20-yard line, pretty much in the same spot they were just at a few seconds ago. But this time it'll be 1st down.
No, Germantown's 4th down right now.
That was 4th down, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so they're probably going to line up to punt the ball away here. But you're right, Coach Clay calling that timeout there to be able to preserve the time.
Can't take them with you.
That's right.
Starting at 7 o'clock. Let's give a big shout out to our...
Am I the only one hearing that knock? I turn around and I see the Germantown band getting warmed up for the halftime show. And they have a timekeeper, I guess, just a cadence keeper knocking.
No, we should have let it go. Now you're the only one hearing it.
And I was like, is that coming through the headphones? What am I hearing? Okay, but either way. All right, now we got all that out of the way. They are, I believe that's the
quarterback.
Maybe a quick, all right, so number 14, the quarterback, Rhett Murphy.
He'll be standing at his 8-yard line, and
looks like he's going to be kind of like what we did the last couple of years with Jackson Parker. Looks like he's going to be handling the punting duties as well.
And going to roll out to his right. Going to have to be careful. He is doing that in a rugby-style kick. Nice high hanging punt. And going to take a bounce, a little bit of a night bounce to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, basically he was just kind of running out to his right, and he was just going to kind of, until they forced him, he was going to hang on to that ball. But either way, got the punt away. 1st and 10 for the Knights on their own 36-yard line. And that is where they will take over with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half, down 14-7 here at Germantown High School.
Once again, if you're just now joining us, the Knights got on the board first tonight on a 2-yard touchdown run by KP. And that was all set up by a near interception that ran the distance of the football field. But Cooper Luke was stopped at the 4-yard line. KP would put it in the end zone 2 plays later, but 2 big touchdown runs by the Mavericks have the Mavericks up 14-7. There's a pass connection made to Hunter Moore, number 27. He's up to the 42, 43-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down, 4 to go.
I love watching that guy play football.
Hunter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Going to hand off to Mosley. Mosley's chopped. He's going to lose a yard, but, man, he looked like he was dead to rights right there at the beginning of that football play.
Yeah, absolutely. And he runs hard, and he was able to fight through one block or one potential tackler, but it still got stopped for a loss of 1. So 3rd down and 5 here on their own 41-yard line are the Knights.
Wide left will be Cooper Luke. In the slot will be Radcliffe. Chase Gathings wide right. Looking to pass is quarterback KP, and does make the connection over the middle into Maverick territory to the 47-yard line.
Outstanding pitch and catch there. That was to number 3, Antonio Radcliffe, coming down. And you know, those middle of the field crossing routes, man, you've got to have courage all over you if you're running that route, because you know you're probably going to take a lick. And he took one, but able to hold on to the ball on the big 3rd down, converting
Same formation as KP, looking to run, and he does. He goes off to that far side, up to the 45, 40, and out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
All right, so about to step out of bounds. One of the defensive backs decided he was going to try to take drop a hammer on our quarterback, and the next thing he knows, he's laying on his back as KP is standing tall after that interaction. It's a great job. People's able to pick up the 1st down and more.
And do one thing that you didn't mention, and that's stop the clock with 46 seconds.
Yeah, and I believe we still have 2 timeouts. We're just taking the 1, I believe.
Same formation, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Pistol formation for the Knights. KP looking to pass deep, looking to go deep, and does he have his man? Yes, that is complete at the 11-yard line. Nice pass over that far side.
Great pass, great catch, and gets out of bounds. Great job by Radcliffe there.
39 seconds.
Stopping the clock, preserving your timeouts. Down here at the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Again, able to get a 1st down before a touchdown, but they are just outside the 10-yard line.
1 receiver right, 1 left. Luke is on the far side. Gathings to this right side. Handoff to Mosley, but nothing there. Might have even lost 2 yards. So 2nd down and 12 for the Knights. Definitely don't want to go backwards in this situation, right? You want to get 7 in this situation.
Yeah, clock's still running. All right, now they're going to take that timeout.
We'll step aside as well. Once again, 14-7, 24 seconds remain in the 1st half. We'll be back on Q101.
Locally owned and operated for over 45 years, Battery One Source is your source for auto, motorcycle, marine, and lawn and garden batteries. But don't buy before you let them check your old battery. Absolutely free. If your golf cart needs to be repaired or maybe you want to add some accessories, Battery One Source does that too. And with over 20 years experience in cell phone repairs, they are your cell phone and iPad repair headquarters. Battery One Source, located at 2618 North Frontage Road, or call 601-693-1500.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knight football.
And welcome back here to Germantown. 24 seconds remain here in the 1st half. Score is 14-7 in favor of the Mavericks, but the Knights are threatening. They face a 2nd down, long 12. So they're about 13-14 yards away from a touchdown and trying to tie this game up. Caleb Collins with the handoff, and Caleb breaks free inside the 10 to about the 6-7 yard line. They're going to actually mark him down at the 8.
Yeah, great run by Collins there on just a quick little end around. Able to pick up solid yardage from a 2nd down and 14 almost to bring up 3rd down and 7. But you have to, we'll wait and see, but you're almost at a 4-down situation here.
Because the Mavericks come right out from halftime with the football. 2 receiver set, 1 on each side of the football field. Hand off to Collins. Collins goes right up the middle. Nothing there.
Caleb Collins on the carry.
It's going to bring up 4th down and wait to see what the Knights elected. Either way, they're milking this clock before they take the timeout.
Banks Polk on the stop for the Mavericks.
So what do you do, Clint?
Whatever Coach Clay says. either way,
they're talking it over. Coach Daniel Knox, and I know he's got a lot on his mind over the past few hours, but and our prayers go out to his family. Lost his granddad. Prayers do go out to the Knox family, but glad to see him on those sidelines. Coach Knox, Coach Clay talking it over.
But we've got 1 second left here in the second quarter, here in the first half. Down 14-7, you've got the ball on the 8-yard line.
You can get a first down, but it's not going to help you.
Yeah, it does you no good. You've got to put it in the end zone here. You know, so you really, with them taking the timeout and the way they're huddled up, you almost, it looks like they're going to send the offense out here for another play.
KP is coming on out.
And that's exactly what's happening. They're not going to go for the field goal, not going for the 3. They're going for the 7 here. Going to try to tie it up here before the first half.
One long receiver and make them burn a timeout.
The head coach for Germantown there, you just saw, hey.
And that might have been the reason.
He had about a 5-second 40 there going down there to that referee getting that timeout called.
He was maybe anticipating a kick there, but they initially lined up with Antonio Ratcliffe as the only receiver. You would have thought that they would have had more receivers set, being that it was a passing situation, but right now, once again, the ball is spotted at the 8-yard line of the Mavericks. The Knights face 4th down and 7, but it's got to go into the end zone.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Like I said, you know, you can get a first down, but a first down gives you absolutely nothing. You know, you either put it in the end zone here or you go down by 7 points into the locker room.
Once again, the Knights had a 2-yard touchdown run by KP, 48-yard touchdown run by the Mavericks, and a 20-yard touchdown run by the Mavericks, and that's where we stand, 14-7. There we go, another formation as they break huddle on the sideline. 2 receivers set to this near side. Luke in the slot to this near side. Radcliffe wide right. Travion Mosley flanks KP and shoots to the end zone, incomplete, but that looked like he was all no flag. Okay, that's last play.
That's it.
Going into the locker room with a 14-7 deficit against the Germantown Mavericks, the 7A Germantown Mavericks. So once again, halftime show being brought to you by some fine sponsors over there at Will Sweat, Alpha Insurance Agent, 2340 North Hill Street. We'll break down the scoring summary. We'll break down some stats as well as we enter the halftime show, once again being brought to you by Alpha Insurance Agent Will Sweat. 14-7 is your score. Mavericks lead here on Q101.
Why do it alone?
Well, doesn't everybody?
No, not everybody.
Let Family Flea Market on B Street stretch your money. With over 52,000 square feet of merchandise, you will find a huge selection of used furniture, lamps, and home decor items, plus so much more. New inventory is coming in every week. If you are looking for a new mattress set, king or queen, Family Flea Market has them in stock. Also, be sure to shop for your favorite floor coverings. Family Flea Market, where your family matters.
Hey, we're your West Lauderdale Knight class of 2024, and you're listening to Q101.
Do you need a low-rate loan? You can try. And debt consolidations. Stop by Meridian Mutual for your loan today.
Show your West Lauderdale spirit while benefiting the school with a School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. Go Knights! Use your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card as a credit transaction, and for every signature purchase, the Citizens Bank will donate 5 cents to the school. Boost your school spirit with every purchase by using your West Lauderdale School Spirit debit card from the Citizens Bank. See Mike Shelby and the staff in Collinsville at the Citizens Bank, or call 601-626-7608. Member FDIC.
Imagine an elderly woman steadily carrying a pot of boiling water in her kitchen. Nervous shaking with the weight of the pot, the water edges dangerously close to spilling over. Who do you see? A loved one? If so, it's time to make the call. From personal care to memory care to transportation, Home Instead Care professionals help older adults live safe and happy lives at home. Visit homeinstead.com, call 809, or call the local number 601-286-3242. Ben and Sharisa Shirley, owners.
In sports, the goal is to be the best. The same is true for Alpha Insurance. We work to make every quote, claim, or call a highlight. That's why customers consistently give Alpha high marks for service. Call Alpha and let us help you save on home, car, and life insurance. In Meridian, call Alpha agent Will Sweat at 601-482-2385 or stop by our office at 2340 North Hill Street, Suite A.
Hey, babe, how about this finish for the living room floor?
Looks great, honey. Please tell me we're not going to DIY.
Huh?
Do it yourself.
What, you don't think I can tear up the floor carefully, measure perfectly, cut carpet to the exact fit, restore hardwood, not leave our living room floorless for months and not damage anything?
No.
No worries. They install too.
Oh, thank God.
Elite Flooring is your full-service flooring store. Great selection, pricing, and quality installation. Leave it to the pros at Elite Flooring on Highway 39 North or visit EliteFlooringMS.com.
Are you ready for some tailgating?
Down street,
Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville can do all the cooking for all of your tailgating this football season. Mouth-watering ribs and Boston butts are always available. If that's not enough, how about those delicious pulled pork sandwiches? For all of your tailgating snacks, food, and drinks, shop with Joe and the great folks at Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville.
We're down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
With one half in the
Oh, the 4A West Lauderdale Knights taking on 7A Germantown Mavericks, a team that just, of course, with the new classifications, definitely considered a 7A, but just a few years ago, they were right in the same boat as West Lauderdale, a 4A team in 2011, 2 years pass, and up to a 5A, a few years going after that, a 6A, and now a 7A ball club. Fantastic facilities here at Germantown High School as a track surrounds the field. Looking over at a video scoreboard to my right, but the video scoreboard shows 14-7 in favor of the Mavericks as we are at halftime. Once again, being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. The Knights looked to get on the board, did get on the board first, but not after a stalled start. They stalled out on their first drive. Mavericks, of course, got the football, marched the field almost within scoring distance, or was within scoring distance, and just a great play by Cooper Luke, an interception on the 1 yard line, returned it all the way to the house, or all the way near to the house at the 4 yard line. 2 plays later, KP would put it into the end zone to get the Knights on the board. Of course, the extra point by Cooper Luke. Extra point was good, but the Germantown Mavericks came right back. Number 4 for the Germantown Mavericks. Got the Mavericks on the board. Narikas Johnson. Have we ever found out how to pronounce that name?
I don't think we've pronounced it the same way twice all night.
That's good. Mr. Johnson wearing number 4, sophomore running back for the Mavericks. He got the Mavericks on the board with a 48-yard touchdown run. Extra point by number 31, Hope. I got that one right. He got the extra point to tie the ball game up 7-7 there in the first quarter. It will remain that way until the second quarter. Number 22 for the Mavericks, Lawson Branson, would put the Mavericks on top with a 20-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good, and that's where we are now. And the Mavericks have been able to run the football. We'll take a closer look at the stats here, but the Knights defense has been squeezing a little bit more in that middle to where it's a little harder to make. And at the opening quarter, it didn't look like we had an answer, but the Knights look to be finding a little bit of an answer against the Germantown Mavericks.
Yeah, we're seeing some corrections made on the defensive side of the ball, because you're right, Lee, the first couple of drives, I mean, they were gashing, 6 yards, 8 yards, 5 yards, 7 yards, 10 yards, and then a 48-yard run to get on the board. And there really was nothing fancy. There not a whole lot of misdirection, just running right up the middle.
Right. I'd like to thank Ken Parker Jr. once again, doing some good work from his couch at home. I don't know where he's at home. I know he's at home, but watching the YouTube broadcast, of course, on West Lauderdale Athletics on YouTube, you can do the same as well. Follow our audio as well as catch up with the video. But he's watching it at home and getting the stats and sending it right to us. So thank you very much, Ken Parker Jr., for your diligence there at home.
But what we were saying, absolutely, We love having the guys able to help us out, sending us stats and that kind of stuff. But on the defensive side of the ball, as much as they were just getting moved, manhandled there at the first quarter, they've made some corrections. They've made some tweaks, which is a high praise to give to your coaching staff and to your guys being coachable and able to keep them off the board for the most part. They probably had, 5 or 6 drives, 7 drives, something like that. Had a couple of turnovers, but also had a couple of punts, so able to keep them out of the end zone all but 2 drives so far this half.
Of course, the Knights had the interception, but they also were gifted a little. They weren't able to do anything with it this particular time, where the quarterback was not ready for the snap, and so the Knights have taken the ball away twice tonight. Only once tonight have they've actually enjoyed that takeaway. But the Knights once again down by 7. The problem with that is the Mavericks won the coin toss tonight. Did elect to receive in the second half. So Knights have a little still that uphill battle to try to keep it a 7-point ball game. Excuse me.
Yeah, and there was a little bit of concern where, I don't know, maybe right around 4.5 minutes left when the Mavericks took over on a drive. And you're thinking, okay, worst case scenario is they drive down, they score. We go to halftime, they get the ball again, they score, and it goes from a 7-point game to a 21-point game. But outstanding job by the defense not to let that happen, and the offense is driving down, and man, the clock gets you.
Clint, one thing that teams always remember, and we talk about this week in and week out, is you can't in football, you can't remember the previous play. But as well as I do, once a scenario starts playing out, it's like almost here we go again, right? Not to, was that White Snake song, Here I Go Again?
There's a phrase in sports, and particularly in football, that you hate to discuss, but it's prevalent, and that is quicksand.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is something wrong happens, either by a mistake on your part or just through the situation. Something goes wrong for you and your team. And then as much as you try to fight through it, maybe something goes wrong the next play, and then the next play, and then all you can think about is what else can possibly go wrong, rather than thinking what's going to go right the next play, what we can do to change it. You just get deeper and deeper bogged into that quicksand. And so
the reason why I say that is this is a ball club that is still trying. I'm talking about Germantown right now. This is a ball club that's still trying to fight that, because they're used to a 5-win season or a 4-win season, and like the last 3 weeks, or at least 2 of those weeks of the season, they've had things come back and bite them that they've lost the ball game over. And until you can get out of that mindset, it's going to take some winning seasons to get out of that mindset. That's what the Knights need to do. They need to put up a couple drives where, like, oh no, not again.
Yeah.
That creeps in the mindset of Germantown, and that's where they were last year, 5-6. And the coach was harping on that. If they could just get over their own hurdle, they can get into the playoffs and possibly do some damage.
Well, and both coaches are going into the locker room basically saying the exact same thing, just on the other end of the coin. You've got Germantown, where the coaches are coming in and saying, look, we've made mistakes. We have not played anywhere near perfect ball, and we are only down. We're only, we have the lead, so we've got that going for us. And then you've got Coach.
They also had the lead, though, first week of the season.
But then you've got Coach Clay going into the half with our guys here at West Lauderdale saying, look, we have given up 1,000 yards on the ground. We have made so many mistakes. We're only down by 7, guys. This is our game if we play well in the second half.
Well, we'll actually cover those stats in just a few moments as far as the exact stats, thanks to Kim Parker Jr. there at home once again. But about another 15 minutes left in halftime. Once again, your halftime score 15-7 in favor of Germantown. And I'd like to thank once again our sponsor for halftime, Alpha Insurance Agent Will Sweat, 2340 North Hill Street. Make sure you go by and see Will and thank him for your broadcast here on the radio. But we're going to step aside for 3 minutes, come right back and give you those breakdowns of how many yards each player and which team has received during the first 24 minutes of this ball game. Once again, your score 14-7 in favor of the Mavericks. We'll be back after 3 minutes on Q101.
shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
You want the best of the best on your team, which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service. But the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
WJDQ Meridian and Collinsville. Your hit
Germantown High School is proud.
for West Lauderdale Knights football is Q101.
And the
Once again, your halftime show being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. About 11 and a half minutes left here in the halftime show. 14-7 is your score in favor of Germantown. Germantown will receive to kick off the second half as we are witnessing the Germantown Maverick marching band as we speak. But you were mentioning about stats a few moments ago as far as the Knights giving up a lot on the ground. Germantown has actually rushed the ball 23 times. The Knights and the Germantown Mavericks have actually rushed the same amount of times, 23. But Germantown 187 on the ground, while the Knights 107. The Knights do have a little bit of a lead in the air. 4 receptions for 49 yards and 3 receptions for 29 yards for Germantown. As far as your rushing leaders coming into tonight's ball game, the Knights had Caleb Collins 3 straight games with 100 yards, or 100-plus yards, 419 yards coming into tonight's ball game. Only has 30 yards so far. Leading rusher, though, is Travion Mosley, 6 rushes for 54 yards. Caden Peoples adding 23 on 6 carries. On the opposite side of the football field for the Mavericks with their 187 yards. Leading the Mavericks is number 4. That's the name I can't pronounce, right? You want me
Johnson.
to try? There we go. 56 yards. Only 2 rushes, though. Of course, that big touchdown that helped him out with that. Number 33 for the Mavericks. His name is Julian Slaughter. Comes in with second, 53 yards on the ground. Number 22 had the other touchdown in the game with a 20-yard touchdown run. Lawson Branson has 6 rushes for 49 yards. Number 10, Dakota Harrelson, senior running back, has 5 carries for 36 yards. And there's your leaders for the Germantown Mavericks. As far as in the air, big catch for Altonio Radcliffe, 2 for 36 yards. Chase Gathings, 1 for 7, and then Hunter Moore had that 1 catch there just prior to halftime, 1 for 6 yards as well. And the 2 completions for the Mavericks goes to number 7, Trey Stevenson, an 18-yard, two receptions for 18 yards, and then 1 reception by number 8, Ashton Smith, that went for 11 yards. So there's your offensive output for both teams, both respective teams, and what a great performance. Of course, the Knights put on a great performance, Mighty Knight Marching Band, just a few moments ago. And do have to mention September 23rd. Is that next week?
Next Saturday.
For Excalibur, so looking forward to that. My birthday next week. Next Saturday. So. But great job for the Maverick marching band as we speak. But we're going to take another step aside, come back in another 3 minutes, and bring you some scores from our Elite Flooring scoreboard. Once again, the score here, though, 14-7. Mavericks will receive the football to begin the second half, and it's all being brought to you by Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. We'll be back after 3 minutes on Q101. Once again, back with your Alpha Insurance agent, Will Sweat. Halftime show. The Knights down by 7. Got about another 5.5 minutes left here in halftime. 14-7 is your score. Once again, the Mavericks 14, West Lauderdale 7. As we take a look at the Elite Flooring scoreboard. Clint, I don't know if you can read my writing, but I've got a few scores down there that if you can try to read those writing.
Yeah, I was looking over them as well, Lee, and just kind of give you a few of them. Starkville is playing Louisville tonight. Louisville being, right now, I believe they're the number 1 team in 4A. Playing a powerhouse. Is Starkville 7A? Or are they 6A? I think they're 7A. I think they're district games.
They're in the same, for
Germantown.
Region.
But either way, Starkville's up on Louisville 14-3. Meridian is playing Laurel right now and up 21-18. Newton County playing Union. Newton County's up 20-13. West Point and Neshoba Central.
Actually, we do have an update on the Newton County game. Newton County 28, Union 20.
Wow.
At half.
So both teams able to put a touchdown on the board before half. Forest and Northeast Lauderdale playing. Forest is up 16-6 on Northeast. Newton High School and Heidelberg playing. Newton's up 14-6.
That score's changed as well, 14-14. I'm just getting these feeds in, man.
I was going to say, you're killing me, Smalls. But yeah, and then the one score that we got to make sure that we cover, Lee, the one that I give you every week and that you tend to ignore on me. Lawrence County is playing McGee tonight.
There's only one person within the sound of your voice that cares.
And it's me, and I have a microphone. But at the half, it is 20-0, Lawrence County over McGee. And for those of you who are asking, Clint, why do you give the Lawrence County score every week? Because that is my alma mater. I spent 4 years sweating on that practice field. Even got a little time on the playing field.
Was you handing out water?
Do what?
Was you handing out water?
Nah. Well, not some days. Nah. But you follow them. And also, look, they're 4A South. I mean, there's a possibility we meet up one day, for a state championship.
That would be interesting.
It would.
You know where I went to school?
West Lauderdale?
Yes, sir.
Either way, so there's just some scores from around the area. If we come across any more, we'll give them to you again in the postgame show.
Once again, 14-7 is your score here with the Germantown leading the Knights 14-7. What's some things the Knights got to do here in the second half to make a change here?
Stop the run and score points.
There you go. And they've had their opportunities.
They have, and we've looked at the stats. We've seen individual and team stats, and they've been able to move the ball down the field, up the field, with not ease, but have had success on the ground and even in the air a little bit.
Yeah, we mentioned this pregame. Defensive coordinator for Germantown. You wonder. I guess you have to wonder. Michael Washington Jr. had a lot of playing time with Coach Brock Clay, and now he's defensive coordinator coaching against Coach Clay's offense, which it's Daniel Knox calling the plays, but everything. But he's familiar with this team. So how much does that have when an opposing team's coach is going against his former team?
I mean, I don't know about strategy X and O's that it plays that big of a deal, that big of a role, but I mean, on a personal level, sure. I mean, a team that you're familiar with, a team that you still have connections with, you want to be able to say the next time you see them, hey, remember that game? Yeah. What was that final score? You want to have that. It's a pride issue. It's an ego. It's a little bit of a bragging, right? But as far as X and O strategy, I don't know how big of a deal that would play. Probably not that big.
Teams are starting to enter the field out of their respective locker rooms and starting to warm up here on the field as the bands exit. But what a great job both bands put on just a few moments ago. West Lauderdale, of course, their Mighty Knight Marching Band will be hosting Excalibur next week. They're at the Kingdom, so if you're looking for some great entertainment while rooting on the bands, and that's something that we all need to do as community, as fans of the team, or as alma maters, as you say, as somebody that went to school, support all aspects of the school. And one way you can do that next Saturday is to go out and root on West Lauderdale as they have the Excalibur there at the Kingdom. But as the Knights to my right, the Mavericks to my left warming up. We'll be starting up the second half in just a matter of moments. We'd like to thank once again Will Sweat, Alpha Insurance Agent, and give him a call, 601-482-2385. He is located there on North Hill Street. fact, 2340 North Hill Street. So once again, thank you very much to Alpha Insurance agent Will Sweat. We're going to step aside for a minute and a half, come right back with the opening kickoff of the second half, 14-7 in favor of Germantown. We'll be back on Q101. Welcome back here to halftime once again at Germantown. The Mavericks lead the Knights 14-7. You know, I failed to mention this all the time. If you ever can't make it to a game and you run out of the area of where you can listen to Q101, you can always pull it up, q101radio.net. You can listen online. You can actually view us as well, WL Athletics on YouTube. You can watch it as well as listening to the broadcast from Q101. So you can enjoy the broadcast while watching it. Once again, listening. Thank you for listening. Once again, your score 14-7. What you laughing at?
Just enjoying the ambiance, enjoying the game.
Germantown once again will receive to open up the second half as they won the coin toss. Knights need a big stop, and that's one thing that I've been accustomed to doing, witnessing over the last now 20 years or 20th year. This is the 20th year I've been able to witness the Knights as far as on the radio. More times than not, the Knights come out at the halftime putting up a stop or putting the ball in the end zone. Luke been on the defensive side of the ball most of the night. Of course, Luke had a almost 95-yard interception return to set up the Knights' only score tonight, 2-yard touchdown run by KP. Job. Sorry.
I love the fact that you started singing as soon as the game song ended.
Short kick.
There's nobody there.
No. And the Knights could have, if he would have looked up, he could have caught that football.
Just a little pooch kick there, landed right on the 31-yard line, and that was very easily could have been caught by the Knights, because I don't think he ever signaled a fair catch or anything. He caught it on one knee, so it was immediately down. They're going to mark it at the 32.
Mavericks will have decent field position, like you just said. 32-yard line is where they'll break a huddle and set up shop. Moving left to right once again, the Mavericks wearing a white helmet with a Maverick logo.
Laurel High School.
Yeah,
that's kind of the color scheme I see when I knew they resembled another school.
One receiver left, one right, as the Mavericks moving left to right. Mavericks will hand the ball off and try right up that middle again. And how about the Knights busting up the middle?
No gain.
No gain on the play, so bring up second down and 10.
Have you ever been to a game at Laurel High School?
I have. We've had the Knights and the Tornadoes used to be in the same division.
Great job by the defense. And we were talking about that as the game progressed through the first half. We began to see some changes there on that defensive front. The linebackers coming up and doing a great job stopping the run, and they're on the first play from scrimmage, stuffing it there at the line.
Rhett Murphy looking over the defense.
Looks like they tried a hard count there, so good discipline by the defense there for West Lauderdale, staying strong and not jumping.
Pistol formation now. He will hand it off once again. Goes right up the middle, midfield, and they'll get a first down and more all the way to the Knight 49-yard line.
So a strong run there by the offense of Germantown. Stuffed on the first one. I believe they picked up, what's that, probably?
About 14 yards.
Yeah, 13, 14 yards. Going to bring up 1st and 10 on their own 46-yard line.
Another pistol formation as Murphy will hand the ball off. Goes off tackle at the left-hand side. That's number 4, Johnson. I don't want to jump the gun here, but initially maybe face mask, actually.
It was the flag was thrown at the tackle, which a lot of times will signify face mask. We're waiting to see the signal.
It's in the vicinity of holding, but it could be a face mask as well. We'll see.
Oh, holding. There you go. Congratulations, Lee. You were able to nail it on that one. But either way, that's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Actually, I think it happened behind. Well, no, they're going to say it on the line of scrimmage.
Yep. All right, 1 and 1. I got that part right. Okay. But that's going to bring up first down at 20 for Germantown on their own 36-yard line.
The Mavericks definitely came in here leaning in the air as far as offense, but they have been a rushing ball club tonight. Another handoff right up the middle to the 50, to the midfield, to the 48-yard line near the sticks. Going to be about 3-4 yards shy of a first down, but
I think they're going to give him credit for a 16-yard carry.
Wow.
15-yard carry. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. So go from 1st and 20 to 2nd and 5 there.
Not bad. 2nd and 4, actually. 1 receiver left, 2 right. Looking to pass. Rolls out to his left. Looking to pass. Got a receiver and overshoots his intended receiver. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Once again, it came into this ball game 702 yards in the air, and the quarterback comes up not looking too good.
Yeah, up with
a
little gimp, a little bit of a limp there going on. But it looks like he's going to be able to stay in the game, tough it out.
But this is definitely, that's the reason that you don't go by stats when you follow a football team. 3rd down, 4 to go. Pistol formation for Rhett Murphy and the Mavericks. Roll out to his right. Looks like a hold, and was it picked off? Jack Davidson almost came down with an interception. It will bring up 4th down and 4. Punting team initially looks like entering the football game. Of course, your punter is your quarterback, number 14, Rhett Murphy.
Yeah, they're definitely sending the punt team out. Looks like that's number 6 for West Lauderdale. Travion Mosley back deep to return the punt. He's going to be standing on his 15-yard line, I believe.
It's 4th down and 4. Be ready for anything here. Low snap, rugby-style punt. It'll be maybe returnable. The late flag comes in off to this near side. Not sure what she could have seen. I say she. Well, it's a ref on this near side.
You got 2 flags. Now, I was watching the punter. I didn't see. He didn't signal for a fair catch or anything, did he? With both of them calling it right there.
They'll huddle together and try to come up with a scenario here to give us.
One thing I love about this stadium, this area, they've got the referee mic'd, like you see in a college or a pro game, so we don't have to guess at a signal.
Right, because he's pretty far away from us.
He tells us exactly what's going on. Maybe a hole?
I don't see how they would have been able to. They definitely could have, but they were way away from where a hold could have taken place. And this looks like it's, yeah. That's going to give the Mavericks a first down.
That's tough. Your defense comes out, gets the stop that you needed to have, and then you have one too many guys on the field on the punt return, and when you have 4th and 4.
You know, I don't know what team I was watching the other day, but it's actually the punt returner's job to count how many that you have. I mean, if there's 12, you got to run off.
But either way, that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Germantown on the West Lauderdale side of the 50.
Handoff right up the middle to number 22 to the 35-30. Inside the 32. He stays on his feet to the 25, inside the 25, around the 24-yard line. They're going to actually mark him down. 24-yard line, actually. 22, Lawson Branson had one of the Mavericks touchdowns earlier tonight. 14-7 is your score. The Mavericks are threatening. Of course, the Knights had a chance to get the ball just a few seconds ago, but a penalty gives the Mavericks new life. 1st down and 10 inside the 25. Handoff up the middle again, 20, 15, inside the 15 to the 14, 13-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down at the 13. Another 11-yard run here for this Maverick offense. Going to bring up another 1st down, 1st and 10.
9:04 remains here in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Pistol formation for Rhett Murphy and the Mavericks. Handoff, where's it going? Right up the middle, and he shoots out to the left, and he's going to get a Maverick touchdown, 13 yards out.
Man, that hurts. You had them stopped. You had the ball back. Defense did what they had to do. Wow.
Wolfpack.
I'm being brought back to the mid-90s with the music they're playing over here. Either way, 20-7, extra point pending here for the Mavericks with 8:48 left in the 3rd quarter.
Waiting the extra point. Snap back, hold us down, kick is up, and is good. And the Mavericks extend their lead 21-7 on a 13-yard touchdown run. We'll be back on Q101.
In the Hydro Wash 3rd quarter of play, Germantown Mavericks 21.
Discover the difference of personalized care and the latest in orthodontic technology for both children and adults. Our expert team is dedicated to crafting the perfect smile, from traditional braces to cutting-edge Invisalign. We have the right solution for every smile. Unlock your true potential and embrace the confident.
3rd quarter.
1-483-4522 to schedule your consultation today. Douglas Orthodontics, where your dream smile becomes a reality.
Hey, we're your West Lauderdale Knights class of 2024. You're listening to Q1.
13-yard touchdown run by the Mavericks extend the Mavericks lead 21-7, and the Knights had a chance to stop the Mavericks. Too many men on the field penalty allowed the Mavericks drive to continue, and just a couple plays later, Mavericks made the Knights pay. Here's kickoff. They'll come down at the 1-yard line, brings it out to the 10, up to the 20. Flag going to be holding, going to be brought back wherever it comes down at. Initially brought down at the 28-yard line.
I believe they're going to mark it right at, the 21-yard line. So that's going to be.
Holding took place at the 16, so that's going to be half the distance to the goal, right?
Holding on the receiving team, number 48, 10-yard penalty from the spot.
Yep.
1st down.
I don't know. He moved the flag to the 21, so I think they're going to mark it back to the 11.
Be marked from the 16.
16, I'm sorry. Numbers are hard.
That's what your math teacher said. Whatever.
Either way, they're going to bring it down to the 7. Yeah, if it was on the.
Trust me, it's half the distance to go. Knights will break huddle on the sideline. And while there's plenty of time on the clock, 8:40 in the 3rd quarter, I'm not so sure you can't. I mean, you almost have to say must-score situation here for the Knights. 2 receivers right. KP shotgun. Caleb Collins to his right, moving right to left. KP rolling right, may decide to take it. He does. It's up to the 10, maybe 11-yard line. Just a gain of 3.
I don't know that you can call it a have-to-score, must-score situation. You still got a lot of football. You still have over a quarter and a half left. But from a minimum standpoint, you want to do something. You've got to – I mean, you're down 2 scores. You definitely don't want to take a chance on going down any more than that.
2nd down, 8. Handoff goes to, I believe that's Collins, and Collins could not find anything. They're
going to give him credit for a 1-yard carry there.
I'm not even sure they're going to give him that. They don't move the football at all stays on the 11. Okay, maybe a little bit. Third down. We'll call it third down 7.
Gain of a yard on the play. Third down.
Gathings and Radcliffe will be your receivers to the left. I don't know if I'm sure you heard the announcer. They do that stampede, and the crowd stomps their feet. KP looking to pass. He's throwing to number 5, Gathings, and looked to be some movement. Yes. There will be a flag this time.
I was going to say, you've got to throw the flag there.
A flag against the Mavericks, against number 5, Chase Gathings.
Yeah, that's going to be pass interference there. I mean, it was blatant. He hooked him.
So it gives the Knights a little new life here.
Yeah, third down and 7.5-ish is going to be an automatic first down with that call.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty. Result of the penalty is a first down.
It'll be at the 26-yard line.
We'll take the first down however you can get it whenever you're that deep in your own territory. So first and 10 for the Knights.
Same formation for the Knights. They'll move Radcliffe in motion, hand the ball up the middle to number 4, Caleb Collins, but nothing there.
Yeah, they're going to not give him credit for anything, which at first I thought he might have lost a little bit. So never thought you'd be grateful for a no-gain carry, but there you go.
Tucker Parman.
Second down and 10.
No gain on the play. Second down.
KP looks over to the right sideline. Try to get that play call and barks it out to the line. KP looking to pass. I don't know if that was a busted play or not, but KP looked confused when he looked over to his left and decided to pull it down and run.
I don't know what he was expecting to see over there, maybe a bubble screen, maybe something, but either way, he didn't like what he saw, so he tucked it, and that's going to –
lost a yard.
Yeah, they're going to call that third down and 11.
Knights faced a third down and 7 a few moments ago. Got a pass interference to continue this drive. Face a third down and 11 now at their own 25. Once again, down by 2 scores, 21-7 against 7A Germantown Mavericks. 2 receivers to this near side. KP looking to pass, got a receiver, and that's almost picked off. The intended for receiver was Cooper Luke.
Pass intended for Cooper Luke.
And bring up 4th down and 11. Knights definitely going to be in a punting situation here.
Yeah, I'm not sure even if he's able to complete that pass, that goes for a first down. He was still going to be about 4 yards shy. But the punt team coming out on the field, Cooper Luke's going to be standing on about his own 10-yard line. Number 8 for Germantown, Ashton Smith, standing on his own 40-yard line, ready to return the punt.
Here's the punt. Nice hanging punt. Going to go out of bounds. Not the distance that we needed, but goes out of bounds around the 49, I believe.
The ball will be spotted at the Knights.
Oh, they're going to say,
45.
45 of the Knights. Wow, so Germantown will have outstanding field position. 6:06 remaining here in the third quarter. Mavericks already lead 21-7, and they were just gifted a little present.
Yeah, offense just not able to do a whole lot on that drive where it did manage to pick up a first down, but as we've already said, that was a result of a penalty. But first and 10 for Germantown on the West Lauderdale side of the 50 on the 45-yard line.
Pistol formation for Murphy. He'll hand it off right up the middle, and there you go. Another 12-yard pickup for the...
Yeah, they finally bring him down on the 33-yard line, so that's going to bring up first and 10 for the Mavericks on the West Lauderdale 33-yard line. Just hard downhill running and finding the hole pretty much every time.
Again, pistol formation, handoff, goes off tackle to this near side. He's still on his feet, 25, still on his feet inside the 25 to the 22, 23-yard line. It's going to be near the sticks.
On the carry.
He went down a little awkward on that one. He immediately just comes to the sideline.
Spotted down the 23-yard line. That is again at 10 yards and good for the Harriman brothers. First down.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Pistol formation for Murphy. Handoff goes up the middle. 33 was the recipient of that handoff. 33 is Julian Slaughter.
It's going to be about a 3-yard carry.
To the 20-yard line. Pick up a 3 on the play.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 7 on the West Lauderdale 20-yard line.
Under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Once again, the Knights down 21-7 against Germantown Mavericks. And Germantown threatening here again, just on the outside of the red zone. 2nd down, 7 to go.
We got flags all over the place.
Initially false start.
Dead ball. False start.
Yep.
Number 50. 5-yard penalty. Big 2nd down.
Go from 2nd and 7 to 2nd down and 12 on the West Lauderdale 25-yard line after that penalty, false start. Number 4, who came up a little limp earlier, the running back, able to come back out onto the field. So glad to see him not too banged up.
Pistol formation. He's directly behind the quarterback. He'll get the handoff, goes right up the middle, and they'll stop him after a couple yard pickup. He gets those.
I believe he got just
4-yard pickup.
I was going to say, got just about all the penalty yards back. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 on the 21-yard line.
On the carry. 5-yard gain to the 21-yard line. The 3rd down and 8 yards to gain for the Mavericks.
It's a big play here for the defense.
It is. They're knocking on the doors of the red zone. Man, it would be tough coming back from a 3-touchdown lead.
Spread them out wide. 4 receivers, 2 on each side of the field for the Mavericks. 2 guys going in motion.
That's a false.
It would have been a.
They got a timeout instead.
Germantown. That's their first timeout of the half.
Yeah, we'll step aside as well. 3:40 remaining here in the third quarter. 21-7 in favor of the Mavericks. We'll be back on Q101. And we just got about 3 more minutes, 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter as the Knights and Mavericks taking on each other for the first time. Mavericks, fairly new school, 11 years, 12, 13 years, this is 13th year for the Mavericks. It's formed back in 2011 as a 4A ball club, or school, but all the way to a 7A school now. Great community here in Germantown. They face a 3rd down and 8. Same formation. They'll hand the ball. No, looking to pass is Murphy. Looking to pass in the end zone and undershoots his intended receiver. Number 7 was Trey Stevenson. Bring up 4th down and 8. During the break, we saw number 31, their kicker, warming up. Hayden Hope. And
he's running out on the field, so they're going to go for a field goal here to try to go up by 17, trying to make it a 3-score game.
I got to say it. They're going to hope that Hope kicks the field goal.
There it is.
You knew it was coming.
This is going to be, about a 38? Yeah, 37, 38-yard field goal.
Quarterback Murphy is your holder. Kicking from near the right hash. 38-yard attempt. Looks good from here.
I believe it is. Yep.
And so the Mavericks extend their lead 24-7. We're going to stay right here in action. The Knights will try to get something going.
So defense stepping up there, but able to force a 4th down. Unfortunately, they were in field goal range.
You go back to the initial drive coming out of halftime. The Knights did put up a stop, and what looked to be, okay, here we go, and the Knights have 12 men on the field on the punt return.
Yep.
Can't have that happen, and it extends the drive for the Mavericks, who puts up a touchdown. It extends their lead 21-7, and you can almost feel like the air in the balloon is just deflated.
Yeah, your offense coming out on the field now, they've got to get something here. You've got to be able to build up a little bit of momentum. The deep men for West Lauderdale standing on the 10-yard line, teeing the ball up, ready to kick it off for the Germantown Mavericks. I believe everyone in his kickoffs so far have been either inside the 5 or a touchback.
Well, the one was brought out at the 1 yard line earlier.
Strong leg by their kicker here. That's going to be a
Another
touchback.
deep kick. Go out of the end zone. Wow.
He booted that one.
Knights will set up at their own 20.
Simon Naylor's kick goes into the end zone for the touchback.
This is the drive,
Knights will have the
I
ball
think.
on their own 20-yard
Pretty
line.
sure this is the drive.
The drive?
Yeah, the drive. 24-7.
I hope it
It's got to be at some point.
I hope it ends with the touchdown.
2 receivers right for the Knights. Gathings, and I believe that's Radcliffe to the right, wide right. Looking to pass. Makes the connection. That's number 3, but it's actually a negative yard play. It's going to be a 2-yard loss. Second down and 12.
Yeah, able to complete the pass, just a little screen pass. A little bit of a low pass, had to go down to get it, and that slowed him up a little bit, but good job by the Mavericks, able to recognize it and just fly to the ball. But you're right, Lee, that's going to bring up, they're going to call it a 1-yard loss. Second down and 11 here on their own 19-yard line. It's West Lauderdale.
Cameron Vaughn checks into the game, wide left. Radcliffe stays in the game, wide right. Handoff goes up the middle, nothing there. It's just nothing. It's not been there.
Yeah, they're going to mark him for no gain. He's able to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Mavericks initially thought that they came up with the football, but except the knee was down.
Well, the referee just came out and said the forward progress was stopped.
Yeah.
Either way, West Lauderdale holds onto the ball.
No gain. Third down, 11. They'll move Radcliffe in the slot on this near side. Cameron Vaughn remains in the game as your wide left receiver. Going in motion is Radcliffe. Pitch out to, this is Travion Mosley to the 30, to the 31. And it'll bring up fourth down and 3.
They're able to make one man miss, but unable to pick up the full 11. I mean, do you even think about going for it here? Down by 17 with 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the third quarter.
Initially, that's what it looks like is happening. Fourth down and 3. And the Knights offense on the field. Cameron Vaughn will move from the left-hand side to the slot on the right side. Good play for Hunter Moore to get it 4 yards deep and make a connection here, right? Look at this. Throw the ball, KP. There we go. Nope. Incomplete pass.
It's gonna be
talking as a fan here.
That's going to be a turnover on downs, and so Germantown's going to take over 1st and 10 deep in West Lauderdale territory. They're going to have it on the West Lauderdale 27-yard line.
The gamble was there. I mean, the play was there.
Look, nobody's faulting the play call. You're down by 17, about to come into the fourth quarter.
And the thing about it is the defense hasn't stopped the offense of Mavericks. So you take the chance, but keep the ball out of the defensive or offensive hands.
Yeah, that was a call that I think, even though you don't get it, if you had to make it over again, he goes for it again. And that's just a smart play there.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right for Germantown. Shotgun formation. Murphy has a back to his left. Shoots it out to his receiver. Nice block. Going downfield to the 20, to the 15, inside the 15, near the 10. I believe he's going to be stopped around the 11-yard line.
Yeah, good little screen pass there, picking up solid yardage. Down inside the red zone, close to the 10. It's going to bring up 1st down and 10 for the Mavericks. We are inside of a minute here in the third quarter.
Pistol formation for Murphy. Murphy will hand the ball off to his back near the 5-yard line, inside the 5. Or actually, they're going to put him down right at the 5. So another big gain for the Mavericks, about a gain of 7 yards.
Julian Slaughter on the carry for the Mavericks.
Near the end of the third quarter, about 35 seconds remaining of the third quarter, and the Mavericks have a 24-7 lead, threatening here with the closing seconds of the third quarter.
Second down, 4 yards to gain.
I feel like no matter what, this will be the last play of the third quarter.
Pistol formation for Murphy and the Mavericks. And the ball off up the middle once again, and touchdown, Mavericks.
Touchdown,
That was number 4 on the carry, Narikas Johnson.
Sure.
I took a shot at it. Either way, that he's got a multiple touchdown game tonight, and that's going to extend the lead 30-7. Extra point pending.
Place kicker out. It's the one that's been doing kickoffs here.
Well, we know he's got the leg.
Kick is up and is good. 31-7 is your score. 10 seconds remain here in the third quarter. We'll be back on Q101.
With 10 seconds remaining in this third.
Which is why you should interview a Regions business banker. And don't throw us any softball questions. Ask, what feedback do you get about your responsiveness and personal service? What makes you different from other bankers? We'll also be happy to tell you about our award-winning customer service. But the proof is in getting to know us. Give a Regions banker the opportunity to really wow you. Call 1-800-833-9776 or visit regions.com/interview to get started. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Q101, your home for West Lauderdale Knight football.
You know, Lee, we talked about the guy who's been doing the kickoffs, doing the extra point there. Hayden Hope, the guy who's our place kicker for Germantown, is doing the kickoff here.
Trading spots, huh?
Exactly.
Well, when you have nearly 100 players on your team, I think you can probably afford to do that, huh?
And he also kicks into the end zone. Yeah, I counted them earlier. I think they've got 80 players that dressed out. But either way, touchback, that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for West Lauderdale on their own 20-yard line, and that is going to be how we pretty much end the third quarter here. We got 10 seconds left.
Gonna have one play.
Yeah.
A break huddle with 2 receivers to that right side, Gathings and Radcliffe. Looking to pass is KP, makes the connection to Radcliffe. He'll get to around the 25, 26-yard line, and that will be your final play of the third quarter. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds, come right back. Hold those 4 fingers up. You never know what can happen. 12 minutes remaining in the football game. The Knights are down 31-7. We'll be back on Q101.
Germantown.
Well, 12 minutes remain here in the football game. The Knights are down 31-7. 12 minutes remain once again. Knights face an uphill battle, but they face a 2nd down and 4 as they swap the sides of the football field. Marked on their own 26-yard line. Time to see what the Knights have. You know, you can mail it in and say, all right, we're done. But look, I don't think that's the Knights' way of playing football.
You schedule these games against larger schools.
You go 2nd down and 4, KP rolling out to his left, trying to find a hole, and kind of inches up his way toward that 1st down stick. It's going to be about a yard shy, so it's going to make it very manageable. 3rd down and 1 to go.
But you schedule these games against larger schools. They're going to have more guys on the field. They're going to have, higher expectations because you want to prepare yourself by playing good schools for whenever you get into conference play, when you get to the playoffs, and you're not going to be surprised when you play a very talented team like a Louisville or something like that. And that's why you schedule these games against much larger schools, talented schools, and you get ready.
Formation, Hunter Moore with the handoff, and does he get stopped? No, he gets a 2-yard pickup. So
look at him. There we go. But, yeah, that's going to bring up 1st and 10 after that hard-fought 3rd down and 1-yard carry.
Yeah, just a fun gentleman to hang around. I was with him yesterday, and the Knights have a meeting before their practice on Thursdays and was able to just hang around him. Just a fun guy to hang around. 1st down 10 from the 31. Looking to pass is KP, looking deep, and no flag on the play, but that's going to be incomplete pass.
I agree with that one. That was incidental contact there, but either way, taking a shot downfield, and I like that.
You got to.
Yeah. Take a shot every once in a while. But that's going to bring up second down and 10 as Caleb Collins checks out. Number 6, Travion Mosley, is going to be your running back for West Lauderdale on this play. Second and 10 on their own 31-yard line.
Cameron Vaughn wide right. Gathings and Radcliffe left. Hand the ball off to Mosley. Mosley, it's about a 6-yard pickup, maybe 5. It's going to bring up 5. Third down, 5 to go. So you're going to be gone next week.
I am. I'm checking out. It's gonna got a little trip. It's going to take me out for the next 2 weeks. But I know you guys will be in good hands and look forward to coming back here in a couple weeks.
They're down at 5. Almost got that right side of the defense to jump. KP looking to pass. Quick pass to number 3, Radcliffe, but not enough for a first down. You got there you go. Late, yeah.
He basically suplexed him down. I mean, that
was on the WWE side of things.
Vince McMahon just got excited about signing that dude.
I mean, they were playing the Wolfpack from the NWO a while ago.
But that's going to be a unnecessary roughness call.
Defense, 120. Unnecessary roughness. 15-yard penalty. Result of first down.
You ought to let me try that on. Never mind, I ain't gonna try.
Hey, go for it, man. I don't know. We're up high, kind of high off the ground right now. Just keep in mind, whatever you try, I get the same shot on you.
That's the thing, dude. If I try that,
hey, we both going over the edge.
Exactly.
Big penalty. You go from third down and what would have been fourth down after the play to a new set of downs, and you get the ball on the Germantown side of the 50.
KP looking to pass. Does he get? No, incomplete, but there is a flag that comes in with the ref seated.
That may
a little tug on the jersey.
I was going to say that may be a either holding or pass interference on the defense there.
Flag came in around the 40-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense, 15-yard penalty. Result of play the first down.
You know, you can definitely tell who the penalty is usually against because he's the guilty party is always holding his hands up.
Yeah, number 43, Banks Polk. As soon as they announced the penalty, hands went straight up in the air. But, hey, that's back-to-back 15-yard penalties. That's 30 yards of offense right there. We'll take it.
2 receivers right, 1 left for KP in the offense. Looks right, throwing right, and that is Cameron Vaughn with a huge catch, but also hanging on to the football.
Okay, I'm pretty sure if that happens on Saturday, he's ejected for the first half of the next game.
It's going to bring up second down, 5 to go as the ball is spotted on the 26-yard line. Great catch.
Yeah. Outstanding
job. Hold on. He is holding on to that left-hand side. Hands off to Mosley. Mosley is inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and 3, excuse me. It's able to see Landon Vaughn, Cameron's brother, last night at the Holmes Community College and East Central Community College football game. That was a great game. But the Knights, 5 players on Holmes.
And they ended up winning last night, didn't they?
In the fourth quarter. Pass incomplete to number 3, Antonio Radcliffe. Going to bring up fourth down and 3.
Ooh, KP down right now. Able to get up on his own energy, but he's definitely feeling that last hit.
But Jordan Gowdy on that defense, Mon Cole on that defense. You got J.J. Grant, got some playing time last night. Of course, Landon Vaughn and then Paxton George as well. Looked like early movement. That's going to get the Knights a first down unless they saw, it's going to be against the defense. But 5 West Lauderdale Knights on Holmes Community College. If you get a chance to go see them, go see them.
All right, so on this one drive, we've seen 2 15 and now 5, so 35 yards in penalty, as a result of penalty against Germantown. And
puts the Knights inside the red zone. Once again, they're down by 3 scores, 31 to 7. KP looking to pass. He's got time, may decide to run with it, though. Inside the 20 to near the 15-yard line, may have even gotten inside the 15.
Yeah, initially wanting to throw the ball downfield, just nobody open, and so doing the wise move and tucking it, running it, and living to fight another day. That's going to bring up second down and About second down and 6, I think.
4 yards on the play. Ball is spotted at the 15-yard line, second down.
8 minutes, 45 seconds left here in the game. West Lauderdale down 31-7 to the Germantown Mavericks.
2 receivers left, 1 right. KP looking to pass, looking left, got a receiver, and look, Altonio Ratcliffe comes up with it around the 10-yard line. There's 2 receivers in the vicinity of the football.
Yeah,
Luke
not real
as well as Ratcliffe.
Not sure if somebody ran the wrong route or what, but you had 2 guys there very close to one another. But either way, after about a 5-yard gain on a second and 6, it's going to work up third down and a little less than a yard, right around the 10-yard line.
There's to be some change there as Coach Daniel Knox came out and said, hang on. Going under center is KP, and KP will take it himself and get the first down. It'll be marked down around the 8-yard line. So it'll be first down and goal from the 8. 8:03 left here to play tonight. 31-7 in favor of Germantown. Had a 14-7 lead going into halftime, and it's been all Germantown in the second half until now.
Well, I mean, think about it. West Lauderdale scores the first touchdown of the game, and then the next 31 points were all Maverick. The first and goal here for the Knights.
Travion Mosley with the handoff, and he'll get maybe a yard.
Mosley, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I think they're going to mark him down right around the 7. One thing about this West Lauderdale Knight team, it barring a miracle, it certainly looks like we're going to come up short on the scoreboard tonight. But they are still playing hard. They're fighting. There's no quitting these guys right now.
That's right. KP rolling out to his right, throwing on the run, and there's going to be multiple flags.
Everybody calls pass interference on that one.
Cooper Luke incomplete. There is a flag on the play.
Definitely looks to be initially a pass interference. Now it's going to put the ball. It did not happen in the end zone, but it happened at the 1.
Still waiting on the official call here.
They're saying it happened around the 2-yard line. Is it holding against the defense?
Holding is a call against the Mavericks.
I think that's going to be a half distance. But I don't think that it doesn't carry an automatic first down in high school, I don't think.
Second down.
Repeat second down.
Hands off to Mosley, but loss on the play of about a yard.
Travion Mosley is met behind the line of scrimmage by the Mavericks. Loss of a yard.
It's going to bring it down. Third down and goal on the Germantown 5-yard line.
5, where it'll be third down. Goal to go.
Got to wonder about Caleb Collins. I'm looking off to the sideline. I don't see anything.
This may just be a case of let's get some guys some PT.
May have had early movement. That's going to go against the Knights. That's going to back them up even further. It's going to bring up third down and goal from the 9.
10. From the 9, 10, something like that.
This drive has been plagued by penalties on both sides of the ball now.
Ball is brought back to the 9-yard line where it'll be third down.
Just under 6.5 minutes to play.
That was a Kincaid's Fine Clothing yellow hanky on the
Once
field.
again, scores 31-7 in favor of Germantown.
5 seconds on the play clock. Got to get it going.
Going in motion is Mosley. KP looking to pass, going into the end zone, and no, incomplete. Intended for Hunter Moore.
I think it may have gotten tipped and was still potentially catchable, but falls incomplete there in the end zone. It's going to be an official's heat timeout here.
All right, we're going to step aside as well. 31-7 in favor of Germantown. Knights face a fourth down and goal from the 9. We'll see what head coach Brock Clay would like to do here after this 30-second break on Q101.
Home Instead Care Professionals help older adults live
Once again, the Knights face 4th down and goal from the 9. Down by 24. 31-7 is your score. We'll have 3 receivers to this near side as they break huddle on the sideline. Once again, 4th down and goal from the 9. KP, shotgun formation, Mosley to the right. KP being flushed from the pocket. KP will lose the football, but the Knights recover, but that'll be...
That's just trying to make something happen there, knowing that, back against the wall, just try to make something happen. Unfortunately, when just nothing the Knights night tonight.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you see what I did there?
Yeah.
But either way, after that turnover on downs, it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Germantown on their own 20-yard line.
5:48. You would think you'd see some younger players into the football game if you're the Mavericks, but I'm not seeing that.
I do see Donovan Moore, number 23, coming in as a running back, and I don't know that we've called his name a whole lot. But honestly, at quarterback, I think they may not have a whole lot of depth there.
Handoff to 23, goes off to that right-hand side, and Cooper Luke makes the tackle. Once again, Luke has been a mainstay on offense, but he has been a mainstay tonight on defense. Came up huge with that interception in the opening quarter to set up the Knights with their only score tonight on a KP two-yard touchdown run. 2nd down and 9. Murphy will hand the ball off once again. Number 23 with the handoff.
Donovan Moore.
Like I said, that's Donovan Moore getting some playing time. So, but like I said, they have, man, how many running backs have they played tonight? They've got
quite a few.
They've got a solid stable of running backs here. But defense holding strong right now. 3rd down and 6 for Germantown on their own 24-yard line. And at this point, they're just going to kind of milk the clock as much as they can. Play clock at 15 and going down. But they're not even on the line yet.
Offset I formation. Quarterback in a side there with a pistol. Nice tackle there at the line of scrimmage, or behind the line of scrimmage.
4 minutes and 20. Yeah, sorry, 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. It's going to bring out 4th and 8.
Loss of 2 on the play brings up 4th down.
Punt team for Germantown out on the field.
Travion Mosley will look to return this at his own 45-yard line.
Eli Henderson punting for the Mavericks.
Did you count the players?
Timeout against Mavericks.
Yeah, there was a little confusion there. We had players running on late. They may have had too many men on the field there. But
so next week for the Knights, they'll be back home against Philadelphia. It's homecoming week. They're coach's worst nightmare.
I know, because there is so much going. You know, you've got dress-up days every day. You've got parades, and you've got students are going to be rolling yards every night, and
we need to get
basically everything.
What's your address?
Yeah,
I'm not going to be home.
Which means my wife and 8-month-old kid is going to be very angry. But
I'll give you something to clean up when you get back home.
But either way, you've got so much going on and so much to draw the attention away from the kids. But you know, the Coach Clay and the coaches, they're going to have the minds right of their kids, especially after tonight. Try to get them back on track after tonight's game.
Following the timeout, 4th down and 8. Once again, the Mavericks will be punting right to left. Travion Mosley standing at his own 44, 45-yard line. It's the punt away. Travion may be able to return this to the 50. He kind of trips over his own feet a little bit, up to the 45, still on his feet, 40, inside the 35. Nice return by Travion Mosley, freshman running back for the West Lauderdale Knights. Flag's going to be at the 46-yard line. Looks like a block against, illegal block against the Knights. So it's going to bring them back on their own sideline, or side of the football field.
pulling away on the receiving team, 10 yards, and then on the spot of foul, first down.
Yeah, I think they're going to say that happened on the 46, so that'll put them on their own 44, I believe.
Opposing team penalty.
Great for 15 yards, spot of foul, first down.
Should put it around the 39.
Yeah. I wasn't going to correct him. I was going to take a 10 instead of a 15-yarder.
Caleb Collins re-enters the ball game. He is to the right of KP. Getting the handoff or jet sweep is Cameron Vaughn. Vaughn is trying to hang on to that football, but he gets about a 13, 14-yard gain.
Big gain there. Going to see if we can get some magic happening here in the last 3 minutes of the game.
He came up huge with a catch earlier tonight. Had to go up in the air to get it, but paid the price for it on his left rib cage. Hand off to Collins. Collins goes to that far side. Collins inside the 45 to the front of the 43-yard line. It's, if things stand here, I'm pretty sure Collins is not going to break the 100-yard mark for the first time this season.
Yeah, but with the big games he's had in the early part of the season, I mean, he'll still be averaging over 100 yards a game.
Came into tonight 419 yards in the 3 games. Looking to pass is KP, scrambled in the pocket. Goes out of bounds around the 45, going to lose a couple of yards. Bring up third down and 7. Third down and 7.
Yeah, running out of bounds, stopping the clock here with 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in the game.
You know, if anything, if you could go out on a great note, on a high note as a touchdown, that'd be some momentum to go into next week's ball game. But
absolutely,
still, it's going to be bitter. It'll be a bitter taste. Third down and 7. 2 receivers left for the Knights. KP looking to pass and incomplete. Going to bring up fourth down. And intended receiver was number 3, Antonio Radcliffe.
But, you know, it's like I was talking about earlier in the game. You know, you schedule these games against the larger schools, against the schools that have a larger talent pool to pull from. Yeah, so that you know when you get in the dog days of the game of the season a little bit later and mid-conference, you know, maybe even when you get in the playoffs and you're playing some of these more talented teams than you've faced already, you're not caught by surprise.
Right.
You know, you schedule a 7A Germantown to get ready for next season. There's a false start.
Movement against the Knights. It's going to back them up even more.
Yeah.
Usually say this, if it's a receiver that jumps early, more than likely that ball is going to them.
Yeah, and because of that, they're going to bring the punt team in and just kind of punt it away. You know, and you go from a 4th down and 7 where you just don't have a whole lot of plays in the playbook for 10-plus yards other than, hey, run fast and we'll throw it deep. Cooper Luke on the 37-yard line to punt.
Luke gets his leg into it. Going to take a Knight bounce. Hunter Moore is there to corral it inside the 5-yard line to the 1. Nice job.
That'll help your punting statistics there.
And it is down at the Maverick 1-yard line.
Well, once again, the Knights opened the night up with a near interception return all the way to the house, and they got on the board first, 7-0, but that was all. Germantown Mavericks been going since. 31-7 is the score with 1:29 remaining here in the contest.
At 7 p.m. Come early for the pregame activities and for tailgating.
Knights will face Philadelphia next week for homecoming. Scrappy bunch.
I was going to say the Tornadoes of Philadelphia always going to be ready for a fight. You know, obviously hoping not throwing fists, but the proverbial fight on the gridiron. You know they're going to put it up.
Hand off to the running back. Running back gets hit there at the line of scrimmage. Might have gained about a football length, maybe about a half a yard. Be a great time for our safety.
I was going to say,
points, right?
not a whole lot of room to take a knee in this situation, that's for sure.
Donovan Moore with the carry.
Yeah, they're going to give him credit for about a half yard on that one.
Gain of half a yard on the play. Second down.
Announcer heard you.
I always feel a little pride whenever I say it before him.
Yeah. Clock continues to move. 1:08 remaining here in tonight's game.
Yeah, they're going to run this down to about 50 seconds before they snap the ball.
One receiver to this near side, two to the far side for Murphy. Murphy hands the ball off. No, I'm sorry, that's not Murphy, and
that
that's
may
close
be
to
a
a safety. Yes, it is. Knights get 2 on the board.
There you go.
That's number 17, excuse me, John Dancer, senior quarterback.
All right, so that's going to be a free kick from the 20, I believe. I know it's the 20 at the higher levels in college and pro. But either way, you
know this. We'll find out soon.
Yep. So there you go. West Lauderdale scores the first points and the last points of the game.
Hey, we got time.
I didn't say those necessarily were the last ones.
44 seconds to be exact.
All right, so it does look like he'll be kicking off from the 20-yard line.
Once again, 44 seconds remain, and the Knights will head back home. Probably on a quiet bus. I remember the bus rides home on losses.
Yep.
They weren't fun. One thing that I don't know if it matters much. You can put the ball on the 10, and they're still going to kick it close to that end zone, right?
He definitely has the potential to do that.
Here's Hope. End over end kick, going to back the Knights to around the 26-yard line. And that's Caleb Collins. Goes up to the 35, 40, 45 midfield, 45 near around the 41-yard line. No flags, and the Knights will have 37 seconds. Put the ball in the end zone before the Knights contest ends.
36 seconds remaining in the contest.
Knight offense coming back on the field for one final drive. 36 seconds left here in the game. West Lauderdale down big, 31-9 here at the very end.
2 receivers left for KP and the Knights. Caleb Collins trips over his own man on offensive lineman. Didn't get out of the way, and second down and 11.
All right, the Knights they don't have to, but they are going to try to run another play or two. They're not stopping the clock, but game clock down to 20 seconds left.
Yeah, there looks to be the final. If they do run another play, it's going to be the final play.
And it doesn't look like they're going to. 10 seconds left.
5.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end of it.
Yep.
Knights fall to 3-1 on the season with a 31-9 loss to the Germantown Mavericks, who raised their record to 2-2 on the season. Once again, next week is homecoming before we enter into a little district play. We have one game of district play, then jump out of the district. It's kind of odd. This is something that I've never been a part of. Once you usually start district, you stay in district, but
Taylorsville, right?
Yeah,
got to head down to Smith County.
That's right,
I think.
So anyway, we're coming right back. Coming right back with the post-game show. Once again, your final 31-9 against the Germantown Mavericks. Post-game show coming up, being brought to you by Family Flea Market, Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, as well as Regions Bank. 31-9 is your final. Germantown Mavericks over the West Lauderdale Knights. We'll be back here on Q101. Once again, your post-game show being brought to you by Regions Bank, also Family Flea Market, and Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union. Not a good one to talk about tonight. The Knights get one in the loss column, if you want to say that. 3-1 on the season with the 31-9 loss against the now 2-2 Germantown Mavericks. Going into halftime, 14-7. It looked to be a ball game, but we talked about how the tide could change coming into the second half due to Germantown getting the football. And the Knights had them stopped in a penalty on punt return. Allowed the drive to continue, and the Germantown Mavericks would put the ball in the end zone not a few plays later. 13-yard touchdown run made it 20-7. Extra point was good. Go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say is, and who knows, the outcome may or may not have changed, but football is such a game of momentum. You know, you preach at the half, hey, come out, get a stop, offense is going back on the field, and your defense does just that. And then just a slip of the mind, not paying attention, penalty, and as a result, the offense of Germantown able to stay on the field and punch it in a couple plays later. But, you know, we talked about it. They fought hard the whole game, and you know, you're proud of the guys for the effort that they put out and ready to go back at it next week. Lee, why don't you go on with more of the statistics?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish the scoring drives. The Knights couldn't get anything going on the ensuing drive. Made it the Mavericks. The Knights put up a little stop there, made it 24-7 with the kick there. It was a 38-yard field goal kick. But the Mavericks still couldn't be stopped. They got a 5-yard touchdown run, made it 30-7. Extra point was good, and that's where, of course, the Knights was able to get a safety there in the fourth quarter, the latter moments of the fourth quarter, make it 31-9. But yes, statistically, the game was pretty much, it was close as far as at halftime, as far as the stats show, but the Mavericks did separate themselves during this third and fourth quarter. Mavericks 40 rushes for 301 yards. And I'm going to show you something, Clint. The Mavericks came into tonight's ball game on the ground, 444 yards in total on the ground. Tonight, 301 yards on the ground.
Yeah, and they started the game, with a sense of dominance on the ground. The first drive, it ended in an interception, but they had basically moved the ball down to their own, 10, 11-yard line, something like that. So they started with a lot of success on the ground and never let up.
Opposite of that, the Mavericks came in tonight 702 yards in the air. They finished with 45 yards in the air. But when you can run the football and you can run it successfully like that, there's no need to pass the football, right?
Yeah, we saw, going back to that first drive, run the ball, success. First time they tried to put it in the air, ended up with a 95-yard interception return. So they said, why do that when we can move the ball on the ground?
Knights rushed the ball 42 times, 151 yards on the ground. Threw the ball 9 receptions, 61 yards in the air, and that's where we stand. Knights 151 on the ground, 61 in the air. Germantown 301 on the ground, 45 in the air. And leading the Knights rushing was Travion Mosley, a freshman running back for the Knights. 11 rushes, 69 yards. Caden Peoples, KP, 13 rushes, 33 yards. Him and Caleb was tied. Caleb Collins, 16 rushes for 33 yards. Cameron Vaughn coming there and got that big jet sweep for 14 yards. On the opposite side, number 4, Johnson.
Let's just go with Johnson.
8 rushes, 101 yards. Number 22. Got 8 rushes for 84 yards. Number 33, 8 rushes for 62 yards. Man, they spread the ball around. We talked about it earlier. They had it felt like 15 people running the football, but the top 3, 8 rushes each. The next guy, 7 rushes. Mm-hmm. So they spread the ball real well. Germantown Mavericks, that is. In the air, once again, what's his name? Murphy was efficient for 45, 4 receptions for 45 yards. And once again, 31-9 is your final score. We'd like to thank, of course, once again, Regions Bank, Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, as well as Family Flea Market, 1107 B Street, for helping us out during our post-game show. We're going to wrap things up and head back to Meridian. Got a long drive back to Meridian. Somebody needs to keep me awake. You all right with that? You ain't going to be riding with
That's what you got Steven for. I'm the one riding solo.
I'll honk on the horn quite a few times to keep you awake if you do the same with me. But as the Knights once again head back home, it is going to be homecoming next week, so a lot of things are going to be happening, I'm pretty sure.
You going to be spending the night in the yard with a paintball gun?
We are actually both of us are going to be taking trips this next week. I'll at least be back before next Friday's game, but you won't be. We'll be graced with the presence of a former color commentator in the form of Dean Harper. Y'all kind of look alike. He just doesn't have hair.
He must be a good-looking dude then.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, he'll be with me for the next couple of weeks and taking over the color commentator role. He'll bring his Crayolas with him and see if he can paint a picture as well. But we're going to wrap things up, head back to Meridian. Once again, thank you very much to Regions Bank, Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union, as well as Family Flea Market for helping us out during our post game. And while we got it, let's go ahead and thank all of our sponsors as we head back home. Thank you very much to our pregame sponsors, Battery One Source, as well as Home Instead Senior Care, your FCA Pep Talk, being brought to you by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. Halftime being brought to you by Alpha Insurance Agent Will Sweat and Elite Flooring Scoreboard. Thank you very much for helping us out with that. Douglas Orthodontics. Next week, whenever we're back at home, they'll be throwing you some footballs. You'll find that logo of Douglas Orthodontics on there. Of course, it's being brought to you by them. Also, Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, the Citizens Bank. Thank you very much for, once again, helping us out this 2023 season. We're going to wrap up the post-game show, once again being brought to you by Family Flea Market, as well as Meridian Mutual Federal Credit Union and Regions Bank. Final here in Germantown, 31-9. The Knights once again back at home next week, and that's where we'll see you next. For Clint, I'm Lee. Have a great weekend with Q101.